Go.
Good night.
I'm ready.
Okay, Mason, Cardinal Gaming. How are you? We are
Hey.
live.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
So, I can see we've got a couple of people in here. We might have to give it a couple of minutes before we make the announcement today.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For
We don't
what's
want to. Yeah, we want to hold off a little bit. You just want to sit here in silence, or you just want to just casually
We can-
talk about?
We can chat.
Just want to do a little.
So I know you said I did want to ask you because I love the idea of getting into your store and playing one of the games. You know, the
Yes.
little tournaments and stuff you've got going on. I'm like fascinated at the thought of doing that. Like,
Really? Okay.
please tell me what that is like, because I have never done an in-person one other than like sitting on my bed with friends when I was a kid and like the online stuff. I've never done like any official game in a store or anything. So I really want to know what that's like. I want you to tell me about it.
Yeah. I mean, like every Thursday, I play in the tournament that we have at the shop, and my other employees too. They'll play. But still numbers are kind of lower than what they were before. But we're getting back to where people are being comfortable, and with organized play picking up again, it's going to be nice to have people come out. So it's going to be great. And we do live stream a couple of the games on my channel, which is awesome.
They've been fun to watch too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the top table, so like it's only the best. So if I'm not on the stream, I'm doing bad. So that's just like how you know. But I have been on there a couple times. But
you've been playing in them, right? You've been active within it.
Yeah, like I said, I've been playing in the tournaments for probably 3 months now. So yeah, it's me. I'm there, and you can play against me, and it's funny. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's I always say, if you have never played in a tournament before, you can always go and just enjoy the environment of, especially for like a pre-release event. Pre-release events are really the best things to go in, and everybody, it's all the new cards from the newer set. Everybody's pulling packs, just to open up and start things off. So it's very much a level playing field, and everybody plays together, and everybody plays at the same time. Yep. So everybody's on, you don't have to worry about, if you're playing against a good player or a little kid or, whatever, because we all have the same pool of cards basically that we're playing out of. So
same, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very casual, very fun. It's very just, just the most basic level of like enjoyment of just playing Pokemon. It's very pure. It's very natural. And it's not high stress. It's just for fun. So it's all just casual.
I was envisioning that with the new Battle Academy box. Is it Battle Academy? The new box.
Yep.
Box. Like you get like a deck in there where you can play it, right?
You get three. You get 3 different decks in there, and it's really good. It's like $20. It's super cheap. And they have like an actual like little rule book for you to like play whatever the deck is. And it'll give you like little strategies and who to start with and where to put your energies and stuff. So it's even more helpful in getting, God, cat hair flying everywhere. Jesus, get out of here. It's just a lot of fun just for beginners to be able to pick up a deck and read through a couple paragraphs and be like, okay, I understand how this is supposed to work. Let's play. So it is a great product to get just anybody to just enjoy the game. Well, like I said, you get 3, so you get to like mix and match, and you trade decks, and then you say, this one's overpowered against this one. Okay, we'll switch, and then or take this one out, and put the third one in. So it's just for a lot of fun.
I'm guessing at the pre-release events, when you've got people there and they're getting those similar decks and stuff, if someone is new to doing it in person in that kind of environment, even though they kind of know what they're doing from playing online or whatever,
yeah,
I would imagine each other are helping each other out, and there's kind of like a camaraderie with that, right? Is it,
Yes, absolutely. That is Pokemon has like tenets of like the spirit of the game, basically is what they call it. And one of that is to help out each other and not intentionally set somebody up to fail or like let somebody deliberately do something incorrectly. Like part of the thing is that we're all teaching each other. It's in the Pokemon theme song. You teach me and I teach you Pokemon. That's the whole thing. So
Love it.
so yeah, it's even like in our Thursday night events, like it's very like I misplay, other people misplay,
Yeah.
or don't read a card effect or play a card wrong. It's okay. We can go back, and as long as it's something that can roll back, it's not a big deal. It's again, it's for fun, but it
Is it
is semi-competitive, but it's for fun too. Like it's not that serious.
so with the competitiveness? Is it like tournament style? Do you have like one final winner at the end of the
Yeah,
pre-release event?
yeah. So for pre-release, it depends. It depends how a store wants to run it. We do reward people that do well for ours, but at the end, everybody gets a set 3 more packs. So everybody always gets,
Oh,
you get the 4 in the beginning, and then you get 3 more at the end. So everybody gets 7 total, and then
like a take home kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, absolutely. And we'll all
Wow.
sit around and we'll all open it up and enjoy the packs all together. It's part of the fun too. So
I want to do that.
it's great. It's a awesome event, and like I said, it's the very first time anybody can see the cards. Get them in person, because it's 2 weeks before the set comes out.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just a fun, super casual event. You can take your kids or whatever, and it's super fun and casual.
And you got the store open, I'm guessing, so they can have a walk around and like grab other things if they wanted, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, some people play with car or with sleeves. Some people don't. It's fine. Either whatever you want to do. Some people have the whole setups with play mats and things. Some people don't. It's fine. It's whatever. There's no requirements. There's no, uh, you know, more than likely somebody next to you is going to have something that you don't have, and they'll let you borrow it. So it's not a big deal. It's all very communal and friendly. It's all just for fun.
Have you had any like incidents? Have you had any? I'm curious if you've had any like.
What do you mean? What kind of incidents?
I don't know, like people crying or anything like crazy going on.
Never had anybody cry at a Pokemon event. That'd be really out there. Had to do a cheat at a higher level event one time, and it was
No.
pretty deliberate. So yeah, we definitely had to step
Was
in
it
on that one.
obvious?
Yes, it was very obvious.
Oh God.
I guess I can explain it real quick. So when you shuffle cards, they do what's called a mash shuffle, which is basically just like putting cards in a stack of cards and slicing them so they kind of fold together, mesh together.
Yep.
And you can do it pretty quickly. This dude was doing it very quickly, but it was like vertical instead of like down where you can't see what's going on. So he's basically seeing where cards were when he was doing it real fast. And then you can just randomize it, just taking the top and then lowering it to the bottom and then matching again. And yeah, basically he'd keep doing it until he got favorable cards where he wanted them. So
oh, that's gross.
Yeah. And again, this is at a high level event, so yeah, that's a DQ for sure.
So that event was at your location?
Yes. Yeah. There's pre-releases, which is very casual, and then we have what we call league events, which is the weekly Thursday events. And then what we no longer have right now is higher level things like league cups.
Okay.
It's like monthly, or it'll be sometimes quarterly, and they're kind of a higher level where you get more points towards going to Worlds and earning your Worlds invite. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal. Prize purses can be pretty big.
A lot of regulars in that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, people travel for those for sure. So yeah, it's
really?
Yeah,
like from other states and stuff.
Yeah, sure. And then
wow,
right now, just regionals are the lowest level that are happening right now. And of course, those are huge event, bigger than what League Cups would be. So these are all people that, again, they travel for sometimes hundreds of miles to come to these. So the one in Salt Lake City, I mean, I knew people that locally went, from Kentucky to Salt Lake City. So yeah, it's a big deal.
That's awesome. I love that. So if like someone with like a brand new store wanted to get into that, is that like you have to apply to be a professor, or would it, like, is there something that, like an earned crust to be able to do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to have a store. Anybody can actually start a Pokemon League.
Oh wow.
You have to have a place to host it. Uh, and LGS was probably more than happy to let you host it there. But you can hold it in libraries. I know places that do just like community centers and places like that. So long as it's in an environment that's appropriate for all ages to be, and can seat that many
Yeah.
people in a relatively quiet environment. I think that's all that Pokemon really requires.
You know what?
But yeah,
What's interesting to me? You're talking about all ages. My wife's a third grade teacher,
yeah,
and I donate like a bunch of stuff to her class, like empty tins and bulk or like hollows from Japanese stuff I've give her, like just anything, coins. They just love it. They go
yeah, absolutely.
crazy. Like Pokemon is still, even now after all this time, kids absolutely love it. Like can go crazy for it. But I don't know if I've got a gauge on, excuse me, on their future in it. And that was something I want to talk to you about. Like kind of like, because for me, I had a massive connection to it back in 98, 99, when it first started coming out. I was watching a show every day. I'd run home from school, I'd watch it, and like you had my few Rocket cards. I traded all my base set.
Sure. Yeah.
I just wanted to collect Rocket, and I got all of those. And yeah, I was really into it in a lot of different ways. I played Yellow and then Crystal, and yeah, I was super into it. But I don't know if that would translate the same way as like the kids right now that are crazy about it. I'm pretty optimistic that it will. That when they're my age, when they hit their 20s or 30s, and there's maybe a bit more of a hyper boom, say the 40th anniversary or the 50th or something, that things will pop up again, and those kids will revisit some current sets right now or whatever set it was that they were collecting when they were a kid, and maybe things will get a little bit crazy again, a little bit spicy, a little bit juicy. I don't know, but I'm curious on your thoughts on like that cycle part of it, on like, because you've probably seen like some highs and lows, some dips and stuff in the time that you've been doing it.
Yeah, definitely. I like to say that Pokemon doesn't do cycles. They're kind of more like a snowball, where just
Yeah.
it seems like more and more people and children and it keeps rolling, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, where more and more people get into it. Because I'll have people that are in their 20s come in and buy the older stuff. I'll have kids come in want the newer stuff. People that play, people that are see the video games or maybe play the new generation of Pokemon come in and be like, oh hey, you guys have, because we have video games and we have trading cards and
Right.
everything in between at our store. So there's definitely people that are floating over from the video game side to the card side and just looking at Pokemon stuff. Even kids that you wouldn't think are into Pokemon will sit there and look at our cards in the cases and just,
It's fun though.
yeah. I mean, it's a large part of owning the store. It's just for people who just are really excited just to come and see the new cards and or what we have in stock, even if they just don't even have any interest in collecting. They're just cool to look at just for a little while.
Do they want to see the flashy ones?
Oh, of course, it's always the
Rain,
flashy ones.
the rainbows and the big fancy full arts. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Charizards are always the big ones.
Yeah.
I always thought it would
So
be
fun.
like Charizard would like not be popular with kids. I thought something more relevant to, but Charizards are still the big boy people
It's
always
like,
want.
yeah, it's like a good stigma that's attached to it, right? It's like a really positive
Sure.
stigma that like just people just love Charizard just because everybody else loves it. Everyone knows that it's like a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I collect Pikachu's, like for the most part, and I've started building a Sao binder, the illustrator.
sure.
So like, I mean, they're all like commons, like it's not nothing crazy, but I just like it's like a colored pencil artwork for the most part.
Yeah, it's really unique. It's really good. And Pokemon right now just has such amazing art. It's some of the best art ever to exist right now.
So
It's
much
so good.
variation.
In
Like,
fact, the set that you have right in front of you that you're going to open has some of the best art. and has the most wide variety of art in the game at all. Like the thing that you have right now.
I can't tell you how bad I want that hoot.
It's great.
It's like on a mountain or whatever. Oh my god, I want that card so bad. I haven't felt like that about a card for a long time.
Yeah, you could have it right in front of you right now. Who knows?
I'm very excited about it. Just for reference, guys, I got a bottle of Battle Region, and
it could be right there.
I'm like itching to open it, but I feel like it's bad if I don't record it. I feel like I should record it because I've been opening so much stuff lately and then never record it because I'm like, I want to do it for me because I enjoy it. Like I want it to be like a thing for me, but I feel like I need to share it more, you know?
Yeah, you're a YouTuber now. You have 100 subscribers. This is big boy town. You need to this is content. Everything that you do, if you're awake and you're doing something with Pokemon, it's content. So you just need to flip on the camera and get it going.
Cheers. Grab that.
Yes.
Grab
yes.
that tall one. Ting. Cheers, everybody. Look, watching.
You're a part of the club now, so you have to act like one, okay? Just take it a little serious, would you, please?
I'm in the Safari Zone. I know it.
Whatever that means. Yeah.
I remember playing on my Game Boy when I was a little kid, and I used to, oh my god, I ran through so many batteries, but I would stay up till the middle of the night playing on that thing.
Yeah.
And who knew it was going to be such a crazy thing so far down the road? I mean, it's been so many years. Like 20 plus years is a long time to still be running with, with something. There's not a whole lot of TV shows, there's a few Simpsons, stuff like that. There still is some stuff going around, but there's some seriously like very few things that are still going.
Yeah.
At this period, which just shows how much people love it.
And the thing about Pokemon, like it feels fresh still. Like I don't know, like I look at Pokemon and I'm like this is relevant now. This is not like a 90s thing anymore. It feels very right now.
That who there was no way that card was gonna pop up in 1999.
No.
No way.
Yeah. So that's the thing I like about Pokemon 2 is that they are very smart in that they know just the right mix of how to do things and keep things relevant, but still keep the old farts like you and me happy out here.
Do you think they're gonna get weird? Do you think they're gonna do like lenticular cards, those old top ones, or try and do something a little bit out there, like a little bit like off the wall?
Yeah, I mean, people ask about, they'll think about like numbered cards or whatever, serialized cards. I don't know if Pokemon needs to. I don't know if they need to go that far into like being so obvious that the game is, a collecting or, the cards are important on the secondary market to kind of feel. Pokemon has always just been, okay, these are really cool cards. Obviously, one's better than the other, and one is rarer than the other, even though they're both the same rarity. Obviously, one's a little more sought after. They know that, but I think when you start numbering things or serializing them or making it like super like the hip thing to do with like some weird fancy prism that's 1 of 50 or whatever, I think that's too far. I think it would have to take a lot for Pokemon to get to that point, and I don't know if they would ever have to feel so desperate.
Do you think they may be doing it in different areas instead of cards? I know they're talking about doing the live action, I guess they're filming a live action Netflix series or whatever based off Detective Pikachu, and there's like the game has gone like full blown computer game now, the open world Arceus type style, that kind of stuff. I feel like they're at such a high level that I would imagine their profits are pretty considerable. I would imagine their debts are probably pretty low, and they've got a bit of money to play around with some experimentation. And I guess that's where I'm thinking like there's something next, because they've always done a lot of things. Like I did not see Detective Pikachu come in, and there was a lot of people that did, and that really caught me off guard doing something like that.
Yeah. And then that was one of the first times we actually had like a relevant tie-in, to something that's real world outside of like the they've always had the promos, like the movie promos, like the Ancient Mew and the WB promos, those kinds of things. But a whole set, a little subset for a movie, that's never been done before. That was very cool to see.
So Pokemon Go, here's another one. Like
yeah.
Have we seen any cards from it yet? I don't think I've seen.
We have not. We have not.
Okay. So I'm not missing out.
We know that there's going to be certain cards in the set because I think the promo or the sales data that they have to publish, they have like a mention of cards, but I don't know if that anything has been shown yet as far as like promos.
I kind of don't want it to be leaked.
Well, that's the thing is that I believe Japan and the US or international is getting it at the same time. So I don't know if that it's going to be leaked.
Oh, so it's going to release worldwide probably the same week. It would be the same time.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
So that's going to be exciting.
So we've got a few people in the chat. Do you guys want to know the big announcement tonight? We've got some craziness going on. I'm excited to spill beans on it. Oh, Mason.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're even aware of this, but I got a little box today.
You did? What is it?
Did you know that?
Where's it from?
It's from Cardinal Gaming.
Oh boy.
It just got delivered today. How good is that for timing?
I mean, that was intentional. No, it absolutely was not intentional. Are you gonna open it right now? You can take a look and see what we got?
Yeah, I was gonna film it, but I guess this is filming it. So
I mean, we get some live reactions.
There's like quite a few things that I want to show, but in reality, there's one I think, which I thought was hilarious.
There it is,
guys. We got the hot dog.
Feel that mat? Isn't that mat like plush and like so soft? I
could sleep on that. I could use that. That's like pillow style.
That is a very soft play mat. I was very impressed with the quality when we got them in.
For real. I feel like that's too cheap. I feel like you could have sold those way more.
Well,
you didn't hear that from me, but in reality, like,
well, they are more than $7 play mats. I'll say that.
Mason.
Gosh. Yeah.
Spoiled me.
Look. Oh, look at that. Look at it. There you go. There it is. Yeah, those are nice. Those have the leather strap on the back are really nice.
Yeah, I gotta fit it to my melon head.
Well,
a couple of the things in here.
We'll get there. What else we got?
Let's take a look. Okay, we got some base set packs. No, I'm just kidding. we got signed Mason card.
Yo, let's go.
That's fun. This is fun. We got the new Pikachu box.
There you go. Nice.
Pikachu collector, feeding my appetite.
Okay.
No error. I've seen some pretty weird errors this
week.
Like what? On this box, like crazy miscuts on that particular promo Pikachu for some reason. And then we have a bunch of crazy Pikachus.
There you go.
I just grabbed all the ones that I could see, essentially.
Just like, I don't have that one. I don't have that one.
Literally, I just clicked on all those. I was like, yep, I'll get that one, that one, that one. Okay. So,
okay. Yeah.
Just randoms. Just crazy randoms.
Uh-huh.
There was one. This one though. Oh my god.
Yes, that is beautiful. And that's a set card, isn't it? That's a regular set Pikachu, isn't it?
I think they all are. I think I only chose. Oh no, I did actually pull a promo because this one's a promo. Oh, that one is.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh geez, dude, stuck a couple in here. How do I get this out? Oh, it's upside down. Okay, let's take a look.
Josh says no hoodie. What's up with that?
Oh, I'm in Florida. Do you know
That's
how
true.
often?
You know what? That's true.
How often I get to wear a hoodie? It is so hot here all the time. It's crazy.
Well, I'll tell you that the next round of merch, we have Speedos coming out. So if you want a Speedo, we can definitely make that happen
I
with the
think,
Cardinal logo on the front.
yeah, I think I've got the body for it. We call them budgie smugglers in England.
Oh,
It's like you're smuggling a little birdie budgie down there.
I see.
That's a cool one.
I mean, I
That's
don't
a
want
cool
to
one.
see, but I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Look at this, creme de la creme, an absolutely gorgeous platinum reverse.
it's great.
Oh, chef kiss. So thank you, Mason. There's some wonderful stuff.
It's that Pikachu is on the Windows Vista background, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is that what it is? I believe that's what they're going for.
it literally looks like a stock image. Yeah, the 1995 Windows or whatever it is. That's hilarious. Yeah, that couldn't have been timed any better, could it?
No, I'm glad. I'm glad it all came in. Great.
For that to arrive, that's fun. I'm excited. I need to open up that Japanese stuff too. I think that's gonna be a fun one. I ordered a few packs. I think I opened them on a live stream too. I ordered a few packs of Japanese from Nick at Old School Pokemon.
Nice. Yeah.
He had a few on his eBay, and I opened them up. I think I opened like, I don't know, it's got to be close to like 10 packs. I don't even think I pulled a holo. Like I pulled literally nothing. I had the worst luck. So then there was like the fight inside of me of like, okay, now I've got to like pull a nice Japanese card. Like I'm gonna get something. So yeah, that was part of me wanting to buy that box. But yeah, just for fun too. You need to do Speedos, and so I can buy for every PokeTuber to have a fashion show. Can you imagine if we did a Pokemon fashion show?
You know, I've always had the an idea of a different channel. Do you know the ESPN show Around the Horn, where it's a bunch of experts that talk about sports topics and then they just get arbitrarily awarded points
No,
for
never
making
heard
like
of
good
that.
points? No, oh, it's great. It's called Around the Horn. But I'd like to do that with like PokeTubers and just have topics and then award
Yeah,
points. It'd be goofy.
I feel like that would apply very well to this.
Yeah, it's patent pending. No one steal it, please. But no, it's something I would love to do. And now that I have a little more free time, it might be something I could maybe devote a little of my free time to, just kind of. That'd
Hey,
be cool.
if you need help getting it set up, I could be your tech man. You need an old guy like me helping click some buttons.
I need what I need is somebody that does like OBS layouts. That's what I need.
I could figure that out.
Like I just want to help. I just want to help.
I'll just
No, but that's a cool idea. I've always had to.
Yeah.
Just, I could do it's like a goofy show, which is funny.
I feel like that would be fun.
It would.
Because it could be like revolving with like all different people too. Like there's so many people in this.
Yeah, they have like a pool. Like Around the Horn has like a pool of like 20 people that they have on at any given time. So you just would have different people on and all different kind of experts and all different kind of niche markets. You know, wouldn't that be great?
Mix and match. Yeah, played around, put different personalities. I thought that was fun about. I don't know if PK is in here tonight. He may have already gone to bed. But PK did one, and we had Rattle and who else was it? Coltrane Orion and Pokerev.
Yeah.
And PK, and it was like those four are like so different. They're just like complete opposite four corners of the planet, like in Pokemon World. But like they were able to hold a conversation and talk with each other, and like it was entertaining, and they could still relate on stuff. It just shows like how much there is to talk about and like relate to in this.
Definitely.
There's like so many different levels to it, but in the end, like we all just enjoy it. Like we're all just in it for the fun and the excitement of it.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be cool to have like Jake from Pokenomics and Coltrane Orion and you and like PK doing like where I award points arbitrarily based on how people are. That'd be great.
insane. That would be like,
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be really cool.
I can't imagine like how many people would be in the chat just losing the absolute shit about that. Like just absolutely losing it. Like that would be so fun to watch. As you know, as long as like the content was there too, like because I feel like we could get carried away talking.
Well, that's the thing. Like they have like a timer. They have a timer, so you have to do you do like 2 minutes the first time, and then I think you have like a minute to follow up. Yeah. Where it goes around twice. So it's meant to be very chaotic and like, but organized in that sort of way. Yeah, you can't have Jake talking for 20 minutes to make a point. Yeah, it wouldn't work that way. But
yeah, you got what I was alluding to there. But
yeah, it keeps people on their toes and like pretty brief to make their point. So it's a cool little idea. Again, I'd love to, now that I have some time, I'd love to devote some effort to that.
The chat is completely obviously up for it. Thrifty is dubious. She says they couldn't do it in those time frames. Yeah, I don't. I think we would have to be strict about enforcement, right? There'd have to be some.
Oh yeah, I'd have to mute people if they go over time. Yep.
You probably could too. Set it up that way. That would be fun.
Yeah, it was just it'd take a lot on in OBS to have like that setup and points and have it work properly. But I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure it's live, exactly. Yeah,
live.
Especially awarding points. I'd like to have the chat like in on it, like telling people to get points. I think that'd be really cool.
There's a system we use at work when we do like silly quizzes and stuff, and you can like answer it on your phone. Even though it's on a website, like you do it, like click the button on your phone. So we could have people in the chat participate in that way and then see their results. Like they could answer the question as the number 5 person or whatever, and see what the chat, the watchers, they could watch. Yeah, that'd be really fun. Yeah, I'd be all up for helping facilitate that in any way. But
yeah, you could do so much with it. You could do a lot with it. It'd be fun. But yeah. That's my grand idea of 100,000 subscriber channel. That's my idea.
I love it. So store 2, how's that coming along?
Oh boy, it's funny you just asked. Yesterday, we had all the retail displays dropped off. 5 pallets worth, 6,000 pounds of shelving dropped off. So yeah, it was a lot, and it was perfect timing because they just got the carpet done and they were putting the slat wall, just like which you mount on a wall so you can hang stuff. They were putting that up as we were doing that too. So it's all coming together really, really quickly. It's really exciting.
And what's going to be, I don't know if you're trying to do this, but what's going to be the separation between the two? Is it going to be anything that's like different, or is it going to be you're going to be trying to achieve the same goals but like multiplied, like wider audience?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of the same. The current store is divided. There's a separation between the retail area and the play area, and the new store doesn't have any play area. We might throw some tables in there. We'll see how much space we end up with, but the idea is just for it to be like a retail only spot, and then if you want to play, go to the other location. But
wait, how close are they?
I mean, they're across town from each other, so they're probably.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that close. Okay.
Yeah, they're probably 25-minute drive away from each other.
Yeah,
so it's definitely 2 different clienteles of the city, but yeah, it's the newer one. The second one is going to be just mainly focused on the retail aspect of it.
I mean, that's where the business is, right? Like that's where you want people coming in and looking at stuff and like being excited about opening packs. And
yeah, and hear so much from people that are just like, oh, hey, I'd go, if it was close to me, I'd I just don't want to make the drive. I just don't want to have to drive half an hour, or whatever. So
yeah.
that's a big part of it. And
do people know the Cardinal in the area? Do they know the store?
Oh yeah, we're
yeah.
We plus we have like radio ads and stuff that we run now, so it's we get a lot of people just
so cool.
Like just the other night we had somebody calling. It's like, yeah, I'm 67 years old and I don't know anything about what you guys sell, but I just heard your radio ad and I thought it was cool. It's like, okay, thank you, sir.
That's awesome. Come on down.
Funny. It's just funny. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely like establishing, slowly conquering the world, just one part at a time. So it's just kind of a small baby steps into growing the presence and the brand.
There's no baby steps. I spoke with Josh, the Green Shears. I know he's in here tonight. I spoke with him about this, but your online store, like, swallowed my evening. I was like looking at so much stuff. There's just so much. It was like, I almost felt like I was at the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, just like going around all the completely different like areas and things to look at and just experiences. Like, oh my God, it was so fun.
Yeah,
there's no baby steps there. I can tell you.
No. But it is nice to have just the variety, because there's so much overlap in people with video games and people that like anime and manga stuff. People that play in D&D. It's there. We're all the same nerds. We're all nerdy about something. So just it makes sense to have all those things together in one place, because there is so much overlap, and people that are interested in one part is also interested in the other stuff. It's all. That's the large part of it is, card and all gaming together. So that's kind of like the goal.
Yeah, I think what I got kind of definitely aligns with what you just said, because when I was looking through and I was looking at the old computers and games like that, it was like the nostalgia. Excuse me. It was all summing up the gaming stuff I was doing, the card collecting I was doing, everything. Like there was like plushies there, and I think posters, mats, hats. Like you got like such a wide variety and like diverse population listed on there. Swam is really trolling you in the chat, I've got to say.
What's his deal? What's going on? He's jealous of your hot dog, man.
Oh, I got one and you didn't.
Look, Swami. There's only a couple left. I mean, they've been selling out pretty good. Like we've been selling.
Yeah, he can borrow it. You want to borrow it?
Don't let him borrow it. Tell him to buy his own.
Oh, I'm kind. Oh, he can borrow it as long as he doesn't leave a stain on it. I don't know what he would do with it, but
look, Swami's okay. He can buy his own. If he wants, I'll hand deliver it when I go to Denver Collecticon.
I saw him post a video earlier. I was very excited.
Did see that. I know. I was excited too. It was very refreshing to see him back.
Swami nearly had me on my first ever live stream on New Year's Eve. I was like pretty drunk, and it was like 1 a.m, and he was like on a live stream, and there wasn't a whole lot of people on there. I think a lot of people had passed out by that point. And he was like, "Hey, you want to come on?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I fell asleep. I was so tired. I already bought them out. They are too cheap. Flipping them. Hey, I didn't think about that. I should have bought 2. I could have done some arbitrage on the hot dog.
Look, there you go.
I've never, Mason. It was purely selfish for me.
Well, I appreciate it. Derek Lavender also is a big supporter of the store, so appreciate him. As if I'm near a military base, yes, Fort Knox is right down the road. So Fort Knox is
no just right way. Here. I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is right there.
That's so
it's
cool.
Right there. It's like half an hour, maybe an hour away.
I gotta say hi. We got some serious rock stars coming in the chat.
Look,
right now.
I know. I see them. Like Northwoods, Nick is here, Swami.
Yep. And
PK has been here. I mean, it's
Andy,
things all here.
In. Yep, Nick, Swami. Oh
you don't have to type in the chat like people can hear you if you talk and say,
Oh,
"Hey."
hi guys.
I was gonna kick about you. You're so used to typing in a live chat that you just type instead of like saying just whatever.
I'm so like you got me. Like for real. Like I've
What
been
do you mean? I didn't mean to, I didn't mean to
like
call you out. I'm just like I'm saying
no,
that. Hey,
like
you
for
can
real
talk to them.
though. Like I've literally been like in so many live chats and like so many videos and commenting and like been a participant. I'm like trying to host them and I'm like still trying to like get involved, I guess.
Yeah,
I
like I
don't know.
said, if you could just step it up just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So
Just try harder, right?
just don't make it embarrassing for you and me. Don't drag me down with you. Okay.
Hey, Mason, I got a data video coming out tomorrow, possibly Sunday.
Oh,
when
okay.
I can finish it, and it's for March's PSA data on what they knocked out for WotC. It's pretty rough. I'm not going to do any spoilers here right now, but yeah.
Well, did you just tease your video in a live
bit
with me?
Yeah, a little bit.
See, you are a YouTuber. See, now you're getting it.
Feels good though, right? Got you thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a rough one. PSA is yeah, I don't know. I would be very interested to see what CGC are doing right now. Like with how many people have graded and trying to sell their cards, and then the sudden flip to so many more 10s. It would be real nice to see a pop report right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people get returns back. Nick just had a big return back. Dan just had a big return back. Jake just posted one today of a return. Yeah, a lot of people are getting a lot of stuff back. It's a lot of cards. It's a lot of cards coming back right now.
A lot. You know what though? I do think out of any, CGC are the most likely to get cracked, to get broke open.
Sure.
Is that an unpopular opinion?
Definitely not. Like,
no?
Like you think people are cracking PSA slabs to send to CGC? No. Like I think we're
yeah, maybe Josh. I think he did one, but yeah, for the most part, what I think's interesting is I've got a couple of slabs that like I just can't figure out whether a 6 or a 7. They don't have any white spots. I can't see any dents or dings or whatever. But then I worry that if I cracked it open, then I would see something. So I'm like, even though it's worthless in that slab, it's basically the same as raw. Like I'm like, it's kind of like not throwing books away. Like I've got a thing like I can't throw a book away because it's like I feel like it's like against some like multi-universe like rule. Like you can't throw a book away. Like putting a book in the trash just feels wrong. And cracking a slab for me, I feel like it's a bit nefarious. I don't know what the word is, but like a little bit naughty, like a little bad to do that.
You feel like you're going against morals.
Yes.
Yeah, why is that?
Is it just me? Am I crazy?
I don't think it's just you. I think it's not a weird thing. I don't really think.
Basic just entered the chat.
Look, now the gang's all here. Now we're all a big happy family. Is that a sticker? Like, do you have a basic sticker?
Yeah, I ordered a dozen. I had them specially made. This is two of 12.
That's amazing.
Serialized.
I should have sent you some stickers. I didn't send you any stickers.
This time, I can get more boxes from you. There's more time.
I can buy more.
I'm here forever.
Oh well, yes.
PK said PK entered the chat. He said he's a big CGC guy.
Yeah. I hear they're big fans too.
April Fools for sure. Don't you dare. Basic is another person that I can't understand why he doesn't have a YouTube.
Yeah. Like I saw Pikachu open stuff on Instagram, a whole case of Dragon Ball Super. I'm like, why aren't you doing this on YouTube? Like, what are you doing?
Tell me. I'm like,
I don't know. It's YouTube is so easy.
Basic,
You already have a channel. Like all you have to do is just upload to it.
record it and upload it. Basic and Pikachu, I'm borderline frustrated, and it takes a lot for me to get to the. We need to step this up.
Calling them out. Calling them out by name. Basic, would you please just record a video? Just go through your stuff. Like, I just want to see what you got, because you have a great collection, and I know you do. And it's greedy and it's selfish to keep it to yourself. There, I'm calling you out.
He's got a bunch of cool Pikachu.
I know he has a bunch of cool everything.
All right, we're popping tops. Ready?
There we go. Do it.
Hope I don't wake my kid up.
It's fine. It's not even that loud. It's.
Oh, geez, that one on my face. That's what she said.
There it is.
The pros. It's got imposter syndrome. That's what it is. He's worried that
he is a pro. He's literally like,
right.
You have a collection of things that very few people have even ever seen. Like, you have a collection worth showing off. Like,
it's that simple.
It's not. It's just not. It's not a big. It's okay. You don't have to have a bajillion subscribers either. Like, I don't know. I just think it's silly.
Nick said he got scared by the pub. Not as scared as me. I felt it go in my eyes. Basic says, I need more personality. And this is the guy that like carried.
Look at your freaking profile picture and tell me you don't have a personality. Like, stop. That is like not a real thing.
Like, seriously. Yeah, I feel like he's trolling us now. He's just like messing with us.
I know. If he doesn't shoot a video of him getting that Charizard back from PSA, from the pop shop, like, I'll be disappointed.
Did you prank your team at the store today?
No.
Nice. Oh,
I don't.
I was really hoping you would.
I don't do that.
I did. I got my team 2 years in a row.
Wow. Why?
Because I'm terrible. I'm like the prankster at work. Absolute April Fools.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I told them that, so the project that they have to get done by like mid-April, and I told them in an update, I sent like an update out saying, hey guys, don't forget that project's due by end of day today. They were not happy. It didn't go down well.
Why would you do that?
It's like an evil joke. And it was like really entertaining internally. Like, for me, it was like really entertaining. I think a couple of them knew I was messing around because I got them pretty bad last year. Last year, I told them I was transferring to a different department and restructuring the company and stuff. And that, like, they like lost it. They absolutely lost it. So I think a couple of them preempted it this year. But yeah, I am the jokester at work.
Did they eventually figure it out? I mean, did they?
Oh, I told them. Yeah, I did tell them. Yeah, I didn't want to go on too long.
Okay.
But it's fun. I was really hoping that you would have done something.
No.
Like, scared them or something at least.
I'm not that guy.
No.
I'm not. No.
How would you have felt if they would have got you with something?
They can't get me.
Ninja.
No, I don't know. I was off today. Maybe I just got lucky and just missed out.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm wearing the robe. I've been hanging out. I don't even have pants on. Like,
what did you do today?
I ate some Papa John's and
breakfast.
Yeah, that was just for breakfast. Yeah, and then sat around the house, pet the cats. I don't know. I just got so much free time now. This is like my highlight of the day was this at 10 o'clock at night. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's new to me. So I'm just kind of just enjoying it for a little bit.
I'm proud of you. You've earned it. I'm going to cheers to that.
Well, thank you. Ding. I appreciate that.
Let's pretend it did the noise. Ding.
But I sometimes you deserve a day where you don't do anything.
I did that. I did that a while back, and I literally sat and played PlayStation for like 7 hours straight.
Yeah,
there's like a small layer of guilt that I should have like been more productive, but it felt really good just to not to think about anything for a bit.
Did you turn your phone
switch
off?
No,
You
but
weren't
like
you weren't that into it?
no one calls me anyway.
Okay.
Don't
I mean,
don't get
hey,
anything.
I'm just, sometimes, especially like during a weekday, like things happen, things pop up. So I didn't know if they,
So yeah, I have work-wise, I have notifications turned off. I don't get any work notifications on my phone.
see, there you go. You're smart.
I push really hard when I am working though, like 110% every single day. So I really give my all. So when it is my time, I really try to make it my time,
No, it's good. That's how it should be.
But
Especially from working from home. Yeah, it's important to do.
yeah,
Can be
yeah,
easy to get trapped where you're working, 15
crazy.
hours, 16 hours, and you're just like, well,
Yeah, it's a hard life being a gigolo. Like it's tricky, you know.
you have to, yeah, you got to balance. You got to balance a lot.
So she said,
I don't even know what that would account to, but yeah,
who
I
knows?
understand. I get it.
So I do have other questions. No,
I was
seriously.
wondering if this is it. That's like, all right,
Yeah,
are we done? Oh no.
yeah. No, I know I'm messing around. So
Yeah.
there is one other thing which I do think is interesting. I remember months ago you were talking about slabs getting
Yes.
more slabs in, and I remember you've said a couple of times that people didn't used to come in for slabs. That wasn't a thing,
Yeah.
even though PSA has been grading for a long time. There's been a lot of
Definitely.
graded cards. The interest obviously significantly peaked in that realm. Do you think I'm curious in your opinion on like the sustainability of that or the sustainability of raw? Because for me, I feel like the dollar like increase with slabs increased so much that it feels like it's kind of here to stay. Like it's just part of the hobby now. Like I don't think
Ooh,
it's going to go back to just raw.
you're saying that for slabs?
Yeah, I think slabs are going to be around for a while. I really genuinely think that.
Oh.
Not
um,
necessarily go crazy, but I think it's going to be an integral part of the hobby for a while.
let me sit up for this one.
Yeah.
So, yes, you are very correct that where before no one had ever brought a slabbed card into my store. No one has ever asked, "Hey, where are all my slabbed cards?" Like what? No one has ever asked that before, 2 years ago.
Right.
Now, definitely, I sell slabs in store. I have people buy slabs online. Uh, it is a good amount of business on those. And when I get them in, they do sell. So that's good. Um, but yeah, I mean, so last month, February, well, no, I guess it'd be last month now, February. And this was talked about, I think, in a lot of places, that the highest returned cards of any card that they PSA graded were Pokemon.
Right.
Like 250,000 cards returned from PSA of just Pokemon. And that's like, put a fathom on that, because sports cards and Pokemon were booming at the same time. All these Pokemon, is not the collectibles as a whole. Card collecting was booming. Everything was. So for Pokemon to beat out all of the other things is crazy. That's insane. That speaks to how much cards were being turned in all at the same time. Um, and I think it's slowly going to get to where we start seeing, just like Derek just said in the chat, things that have a lower grade, this distance is going to start growing. I think we're going to really start seeing where, 6s, 7s, 8s start really, really falling off, because the 9s and the 10s are just going to be so much more plentiful. And it used to be, if you wanted a specific card in a slab, you go on eBay, you look on there, used to have like what, 2, 3, 5, a dozen cards to choose from, from PSA, maybe from a certain card.
Top tier.
Yeah, and very limited supply, right? Limited supply. We're talking supply and demand right now. Supply and demand. And those cards maybe have been sitting there for weeks. Who knows? I don't know. I've definitely had things sit on eBay for months before they sell. And I'm sure slabs were doing the same thing. Now, with all these returns, you go and you type in whatever set for whatever card, if the population is of any decent size, you're going to start seeing 10, 20, 30, just as many, of these cards at any given time, and selling. People still do want them.
Yeah.
So both the supply and the demand is higher than what was 2 years ago. But if demand stays the same and supply is raising as we get more and more, 500,000 slabs back a month, is the price going to be sustainable? Especially, like I said, if people are getting these cheap 8s and 7s and stuff, I think we're going to really start seeing that kind of stuff fall off completely. And then 9s and 10s are going to be really strong. And, those are going to be the only things that really matter, especially for, again, things with any decent population. And I'm being very careful when somebody brings me in. If somebody gave me an unlimited Charizard, that's a 6 from PSA. It's still a Charizard. Sure, great. But how many people are out there wanting a 6 when they can very easily go out and get an 8 for just a little bit more?
Yeah, the
That's the
difference
type of thing.
in those two, from an 8 to a 10, it's a much smaller increments until you get right up there for sure. Yeah.
So that's, again, from a seller's point of view. Again, I don't grade cards. I don't do a whole lot submitting and stuff. I don't know the pop reports, but all I'm seeing is I've seen more graded cards in the past year and a half than I've ever seen in my life. And when I hear that there's just more and more coming back every month, that is concerning. As a buyer, somebody that buys and then goes back and sells them, that's concerning to me.
I think I feel strong about, maybe I haven't thought enough into the grade part of it, but in terms of just graded cards as a whole, I guess it probably is more geared towards 9s and 10s. But why I think it will be sustainable in that sense is people seem to take like 10s very serious. Like it seems like like a very serious investment and collection. Like I got a 10, like this is the real deal. Like far more than if that card was that pristine and clean and clear in a binder, in a sleeve or top load or whatever card saver. It's the same card, like it looks the same, but having that association and the official fancy badge on it and the fancy barcode attached to it, like there's definitely like a feeling of like professionalism and like hold your chest up kind of thing. Like I've got a 10 in this card.
It's a very it's a very elite collectible. It's very
right.
Like especially for 10s, there is nothing higher than a 10. This is the highest level of collectible you can have. This is it.
Yeah,
that's good. That's an alluring thing to a collector, especially if you're the type of collector that wants the best of the best.
Which was so surprising for me with the Illustrator selling for 900 and then 700,000. That Pikachu that sold a few weeks back, because I think that was a PSA 7.
Yeah,
and there was ones graded higher. Like there was even a 10, and they were selling that high. So there is the other part of it of like they're buying a graded card, but it's not even a good grade. Like they're still just playing the card. Obviously, like the grade wasn't a part of it.
A 7 still near mint for PSA. Is it not?
If I had that kind of money, I'd be going for a higher grade.
Yeah, but
when it comes up,
when would one come up? That's the thing. Again, that's where at the extreme, again, supply and demand is the demand for these cards in any form or fashion is so much higher than what the supply is out there, that whenever one comes up, you have to get it because you just don't know when you might get another chance at it.
I just graded Pikachu EX Emerald. I bought it on eBay for $4. I graded it, and the last few sold were like 150, 160, and one just sold the other day. It was the first one I've seen for sale for a while. Just sold for, I think it was 102. So you can turn a $4 card into $102 by grading it. Mm-hmm. So whether that's 20 bucks, 10 bucks, 50 bucks, whatever. I think I paid the 50. It was the 50 through the lottery, but it's for my own personal connection. And I was just thinking like people are like paying like real money for this. It's the same card that I paid $4 for.
Yeah.
Like I paid $4 for it. It's the exact same card.
Just to be in a slab. Yeah.
It's so interesting to me. And there's definitely a lot that's been built around it in terms of YouTube and media and Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff around it. And I've got slabs. I mean, you can see there's all this stuff here. Like I've got slabs, I've got binders, I've got all stuff all here, like raw stuff. Like I've got a bit of everything just because I have different types of collections going on. But I do think people take slabs serious, and I do think they're here to stick around. And whether that's only good graded ones and people start cracking, or selling lower grades cheap or whatever, I think they're here. I think they're here for the long run.
Yeah, and I did not mean, and if it came out that way, I did not mean that slab collecting is going to go away. That is not what I meant to say.
Yeah.
But again, just as a seller, I have concern when these cards are being returned, and something that we deem to be elite and the highest level of something, when you start seeing these one-ofs that you might see on eBay turn into, okay, there's 2 up there now, there's 3 up there now, there's 4 up there now for these grades. The natural progression of people that want to sell these things are going to push the price down. That's just, again, that basic principle in effect, is that if somebody wants to sell it, they have to undercut the next person. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff we're going to see, and that's how prices get lower, basically.
I had this is going to sound so dorky. I had a dream like maybe a month or 2 ago, and I don't very often have dreams. When I do, I don't very often remember them, but I remember this one. And I had a dream that, because I remember that day, I was boxing up a load of stuff to sell for bulk, and instead of selling it off for bulk to sell, like you do, you purchase that stuff, a few cents a card, and then you're able to like send it to the people that want it. Like they pick out the ones they want, and and it goes, use the machine and that kind of stuff. I imagined in that dream that was happening for slabs, and you're offering like, I don't think it was you, like I don't think it was any particular person, but someone was offering like $1 a slab for like literally for like bulk slabs, essentially. Like, I think it was like between 6 to 8 grade. Anything 6 to 8, you like paid like $1, like no matter what it was. And I remember thinking like, no one's gonna do that. like I woke up and I remember like distinctly thinking like, that is such a ridiculous idea, because the low price you can do on raw just would never translate to like the slab part, like in that sense, just because like no one's going to be happy on either end. Like you're never going to be able to be high enough for the person selling it, you're never going to be able to be low enough for the person buying it. There's just no meat in the middle with a slab purchase, where in raw you've way more flexibility with pricing, way more. So I think on the lower grades, that is definitely something that is going to be an issue of like, what do I do with these cards that I've just spent 10 or 20 bucks grading, and that's worthless? Like, what do you do with it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people talk about the artificial floor of sealed booster boxes. Oh, it'll never get cheaper than 82. That's what businesses pay for them. Why would it ever go below that? Clearly, that is not the case, because there's businesses selling these boxes for below their costs all the time. So, yeah, don't ever say that it can't happen, because we're seeing it happen in this hobby. So it could, $1 slab. I mean, let me just put that out there. If anybody wants to sell me their slabs for $1 a piece, I will happily buy them. But yeah, probably not that low, but the price of grading, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it looks. I don't know. It's weird, but the discrepancy between those grades that are a little bit lower, and 10s is just so extreme compared to the raw. Like a clean raw, you can take it from $4 to like maybe $10, like on a crazy like one that you're like, oh my god, that's like immaculate. But that one that I paid $4 for, I'm like, this looks like really clean and no one's watching or bid on this. Like, I'm just gonna throw like, I think I threw like $20 as a bid on it. I was like happy to pay $20.
Sure.
No one bid on it. I'm like look at like, where is everyone? Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if people aren't looking at raw as much as before. There wasn't a whole lot for sale of that particular Pikachu, but I don't know. There's
Yeah.
so much out there too right now. Unless you go in, like with your site, I was very specifically looking on your website, looking like through Pikachus, looking through cards that I was interested in, and then eBay, that's a lot harder to do. Like,
Sure.
it's a lot harder to filter out all the weird titling and naming, because they're not like assigned to a category correctly. They're not assigned to each subcategory correctly. Where like with your site, that was way easier to do, like much more manageable. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like there is a lot of noise out there. A lot of people trying to sell CGC, PSA, Mint, all these different grades, and yeah, it's hard to filter out. Find what you want.
Is there any type of stuff that you get excited when people bring it into set? You're like, oh yeah, like this is what I want to get into, kind of thing. You've probably seen everything, right?
Oh God, no.
No.
I have been and been witness to a lot of great collections coming in, for sure.
Yeah.
And I've definitely paid people tons and tons more money than they expected when they walk in. So that's always good, and that's fun.
That's a good feeling.
But
yeah.
Yes, but I have not. No, never. I will never say that I've seen everything, because we get new stuff and weird stuff in all the time. But the stuff that gets me excited is always just like the parents, or the grandparents possibly, that the kid ran off to college and left all their stuff, and this has been in the attic for 20 years or in the closet for 20 years. That's the stuff that I start. All right, let's see what we got here. That's the type of stuff. Because I've definitely seen and been in there where it was absolute garbage. And a dude came in and brought in his collection that was full of potting soil from it being out in the garage. But there was like a crystal Charizard in there and things like that was down with potting soil all over them. So yes, I've seen it on both extremes. Yep.
That's crazy. And then obviously you've probably seen cards that have like actually been played with and have full like full play. Yeah.
I have seen I have a Shadowless Charizard that has a bend of a horizontal bend all the way through it. Yeah. And I had a Gold Star Mewtwo that had a pinhole where somebody had put it on like a cork board or something, just on their wall, or put it in their wall. Oh yeah, I've had that.
Notice board Pikachu, notice board Charizard. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. So that's definitely been something that I've seen. So yeah, I've seen it on both sides.
That's crazy. I was trying to imagine like just that like shock value of you saying, oh yeah, like this is very clean, very good card. Yeah, I'll pay like 200 just for this one or something. Like something crazy like that, like a beautiful card. Like that must be, for someone that doesn't know like what we're into and and the kind of values, that must be like pretty startling.
Yeah, I mean, I've cracked the safe for some things, and then the dude, while I'm handing him the money, goes, "Man, I wasn't happy with $120, and I just gave him $1,000." I'm like, "Well, here you go. Thanks for leaving that with me."
So, like bittersweet. Yeah. Oh my
gosh. But that's the fun of it. I mean, that's the exciting part. I love when that happens. I love being able to pay somebody way more than what they expect because they have good stuff. It's fun.
Do you sell a lot of the gaming systems? I know you've got what's his name? I forgot his name. The guy that like fixes them up and
Oh, Zach, my partner.
Zach.
Yes.
So do you go through a lot of those too? Because
Yes,
I
absolutely.
was super excited when I saw you had a PS1 for like $70 on the website. I was like, oh my god! I added that to my cart like 3 times.
Yeah, it was funny. Because those recently shot up too in price. Because everybody had a PS2. PS2 can do everything a PS1 does.
Yeah.
So they used to be, who would want to buy that? You just buy a PS2. They used to be the same price. But now PS2s are getting so hard to find. At PS1, we threw PS1s away in the garbage because they had so little value to us. We threw like 30 of them away.
No.
And then now we are selling them for $100, $80, whatever they are. So yeah, that's a thing.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because we thought, why would anybody ever want this? You just buy a PS2. No,
yeah, old news now.
That's the way it goes.
Mine blew up, I think. I think the laser stopped moving and then I couldn't get it to turn on, and I think it just like got too old. I just used it too much. Way too much Grand Theft Auto. The original Grand Theft Auto when you're looking down from above, and Command and Conquer. I'm trying to think what other games that I played. There's some crazy games I played on it. It was
fun. Nick says if I've ever gotten laminated cards in. Yes, I've definitely had laminated cards.
No, what the heck? I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What, and like cut it out, like cut like a
they'll
around it.
They'll cut it out with scissors. Yeah.
No way. Does that mess the card up?
Of course it does. Yes,
it heats hot, right?
It heats the plastic. You can't take it out. No.
I've never heard of that.
Like, it happens. It happens.
I feel a little disgusted at the thought of it. That's terrible.
A dude had one in his wallet that he showed me one time, and it was laminated. Yeah, it was his favorite card. It was
like card. Flash, like
yeah.
CSI Charizard. Mm-hmm. I love that. That's cute.
If you were gonna carry a card in your wallet, which card would it be?
Oh, that's tricky. Probably something like silly, like not something I love, like something probably really silly, like vanillish, or like the what's the thinnest tea, also like the little teacup one. Probably like something a little silly like that, just to like reflect my personality, not like one that I love, but like just one to like have fun with, I guess.
You wouldn't have like a Gold Star Pikachu or anything?
Oh my god, you just made my chest hurt a little bit thinking about that. There's no way I couldn't put a good card in my wallet.
No, I mean, if it was laminated, then you could.
No, please don't.
It would never get wrinkled because it's laminated.
I'm way too like particular, and I kind of touched on that with Peak That Chew when he came on, because I was saying the same thing. Like when I had cards when I was a kid, like they were sleeved, like they were in binders. Like I did not want to like scratch or mess with them just because I wanted them to be clean and tidy. And I think that's part of why I like graded cards in a sense. I think there's that level of like a security and like peace for me, knowing that I can't like hurt it or mess it up, like preservation. And the idea of having a good card in my wallet makes me a little anxious. I don't like that. What have you got in your wallet? If you got something in your wallet right now, is that why you're saying that?
No. I've seen it happen. I've seen people have a Charizard in their wallet, and I'm like, I show this. I pick up chicks. I pick up chicks with this, and they have a Charizard in their wallet. Yeah.
What would you do? What would you put in?
Like a Gold Star Pikachu, because he's got his arms crossed. He's looking like a badass. That's pretty cool.
No way.
Yeah.
That is a cool card though.
Yeah.
I don't have that one yet.
I don't know what else. You don't have a Gold Star Pikachu?
No.
What do you mean? You have $100 slabs, but you don't have a Gold Star Pikachu?
So many. I have so many, and that's like one of the very few that I don't have. There's a couple of black and white ones I don't have too. I need to work on. Yeah, I'm work in progress. I'm like, I've got my toes and I've got my fingers in too many
Stop!
pies, I guess.
I knew it. I heard. That's on my bingo card to hear tonight. The fingers in
Is
the
it?
pies bit. Here we go. G17. Yeah, bingo, bingo. We got it.
You got to do a shot every time.
Oh, shoot. There we go.
I'm trying to think if I have. I don't have a. I don't think I have one. I got too many things. I don't know.
You would know if you have it.
Swami said I'd carry the anime card as card. He's talking about the one. Swami, are you talking about the one where it's like
It's got all the characters on it.
all the characters and it's like little triangles. It's like, I think they call it prism or whatever. So it's got like the funny hollow shapes on it.
Probably.
That is a cool one. I think that might be the one that I was just bidding on PWCC.
You need a bid on it. A Gold Star Pikachu.
Yeah, I need to check if there is one. We've got till Sunday night, so I'll check it over the weekend. We've got time. Up to my issue is the glass isn't half full and the glass isn't half empty.
Yeah.
It's a chance to quench my thirst, and that is definitely an issue.
Is that Tolkien? What is? Where's that coming from?
Maybe, I don't know. So obviously some weird quote person from back in ye olde days, but yeah, it's like everything is like a chance for me to get that. Like I'm very like opportunistic with stuff. So yeah, I definitely like too much. It's bad. You're gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna be looking for gold stars for the next 2 weeks now. Like,
I love gold stars. Gold stars are probably my favorite. Like older style, ultra rare.
That is for the Pikachu too. That is like the one where he's like, he actually looks like kind of tough, because a lot of them he looks like cute and like fluffy and sweet, but that one he does actually look like, yeah, there's some attitude going on.
There is that black and white promo where he's got like a French Clist, and he's just like, he has all the other electric Pokemon behind him. That's kind of cool too. That's a good one. Do you have that one?
No, I did actually. I think I'm actually bidding on that one on eBay right now, but it's damaged. It's not in very good shape. I just wanted it because it's only the set cards I'm bothered about. 10, anything else I'm like, whatever. Like, as long
You're supposed to be what number collector of Pikachu? What is it?
You thinking that one?
Yeah, that's a badass card.
Yeah. I'm like bidding. That finishes tomorrow night, so I'm gonna.
How much is that? $9.50. $9.50. Treat yourself to a beautiful card.
It's rough though. It's in rough shape, so I don't know.
Okay, then go on regular eBay and get a near mint one for 15 or whatever it is. Like it's.
It's a very valid point, Mason. I need to take a look.
Are you the kind of guy that you'll pay for a deal? You'll sacrifice just because it's a good price? You don't care about the condition as much? Like for that card, you're obviously not going to get that graded, so you just want it for your collection. Do you care that it's in good shape?
I do, but okay. I don't. I think for the most part, just like that one that I bought for $4, you know, that emerald one.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I really tried to get the ones that are in really good shape, but some of them I just haven't been able to find in really good shape. So then I'm like, I'll just pay whatever for a crap one. Like I just like impatience, I guess, just because I can't find a good one. There was one. There was a PSA 10, and I was talking to PK about this a few weeks back. There's a PSA 10 non-hollow fire red leaf green Pikachu, I think it was, and I was thinking it was gonna like, I don't know, maybe tap out at 100 or so. I think I bid like 100 or 120, thinking like I was being crazy and it wouldn't go that high, and it went for like 180 or something stupid. Like it went like crazy high, and I was thinking like, I'm never gonna get that card. Like if people are like bidding on that stuff, but you very rarely see it for sale. And then I think this week I've actually I'm bidding on one on PWCC. I think they've got one.
Okay, now I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the allure of going through an auction website like PWCC as opposed to eBay? What are you gaining by that as a buyer?
I've never been on I've never won on PWCC. I've never actually bought anything on there because the prices have always gone higher than what I think like either it should be or what I can already see on eBay that is lower.
Right. So what is the
Try my
allure?
luck. It's just I just try my luck. I'm not the guy paying over on it.
Okay.
I've sold my 2000 World Pikachu promo collection on there to facilitate some stuff what I wanted to get rolling with, you know, back a couple of years back. But
Is it
yes.
just that the buyer or the seller pool on eBay is just so wishy-washy and it could be anybody? Is that the thing? Is like at least with PWCC, you know it's going to be the right card and you're not going to get scammed. Is that the thinking?
I don't know if I trust PWCC. That might
you don't even trust them, but
I don't know if that's
go
like
on there.
Too bold to say, but like, yeah, they do make me a little bit nervous with the whole like shilling thing.
But people like still buy from them, and again, sometimes for higher than what you can find on eBay. So like, what am I missing here that people like about PWCC? Chat, please tell me if I'm an idiot. Tell me what I'm missing for if you do buy from PWCC, because I don't know. Like I don't see the allure of why those places even exist. Why does a auction house exist when eBay is a thing?
I do think with PWCC specifically is there's a layer of laziness. You just mail them your cards and they're just like there of it. They mail them and take pictures and
I mean, yeah, I'm sure as a seller that totally makes sense. But as a buyer, what is a buyer gaining by that? Just better pictures or more trust? I mean, it's kind of like the same argument of like, why would I pay more from a game store if I can just go on eBay and pay the same thing? But it's the same people will make an argument to me and say that my prices are too expensive, but then they'll go on eBay and buy a booster box from somebody with less than 50 feedback, and because it's $10 cheaper.
Yeah, it makes like the when you're talking
about. I'm just trying to understand like what
the logic is lacking, but like for that fire red leaf green specifically, I haven't seen any come up in auction on eBay.
Sure.
And those that are listed by it now are more than I think is what it's truly worth. So that's why I'm bidding on a PWCC, but I'm still going to max out at where I feel comfortable. I'm not going to pay selling money just because I want that card. Like at some point, hopefully I could get it at the price that I want. You know, I've got patience, but I don't know. It's weird. The PWCC thing also, I don't know how strong that's going to be once the eBay Vault goes live. And now PSA, you know, obviously announcing this week that they're doing a Vault. There's more competition. There's going to be more spread. I'm hoping maybe that may help with prices a little bit for the fee structure, or they may just match each other and it's all just a wash with whoever you go with.
Yeah.
But eBay, obviously, like you said, has the biggest pool, I guess, you know, however you would describe it, the biggest reach for buyers. Like you can find pretty much anything you want on there at some point.
So PWCC exists because the sellers are lazy and they just want to ship it off to them, not because buyers think there's anything special about PWCC. Is that that's what you're saying?
I've not heard any selling points on being a buyer of PWCC. Like I don't know if I've heard anyone say anything good about buying on PWCC, only selling.
Yeah.
I mean, some like people are doing it, like you say, so there must be some kind of mentality or psychology there with the reasoning of why they're doing that, but I'm not excited about overpaying.
You can send your cards to somebody like Old School, like Nick, and you can send it off to James at Z&G Emporium, and they'll list the cards for you and take less of a premium, and it'll be on eBay.
Should have done that.
So I'm trying to figure out like, even if you're so lazy that you want to send it to PWCC, there's people out there that will middleman these for you if you don't want to do the work.
So I have seen stuff selling higher on PWCC than eBay though, and you touched on that yourself.
Yeah.
So there is that part. Plus now you've got the buyer's premium.
Yeah.
I should have sent them to Nick. That is a fool's error.
Wow. You didn't support your YouTube friends and use them to middleman? Man.
Just rub some salt in that wound.
Look, I mean, how do you think Nick feels?
I did buy some stuff from Nick not too long ago. Hopefully that helps a little bit. He has so much stuff on his friggin' eBay. It like stresses me out, like how much I want to buy, because I know I shouldn't, but I really, really want to buy a lot of stuff on his eBay. So
I mean, really cool look, the thing is, he'll take care of you too. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's got some real sweet stuff. It's really exciting.
Nick is like the pinnacle of like an eBay seller. Nick is like got it all figured out.
Isn't it crazy? I just subscribed earlier to his charity.
It's not crazy. No, it's not crazy. I think he's a very smart guy, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
That's what's crazy. I don't think not against him, but like there isn't that many great sellers on eBay that are so consistent. Yeah, like they can sell stuff, but the consistency as of the quality and communication and like his listing and his in and out, like next level. You just said it yourself. Like he is next level. I just subscribed to his Charizard subscription that he rolled out today. I hope that makes him laugh.
His Charizard, what I miss?
He has a
huh?
I forget what it was called. He has a Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard subscriptions where he will like teach you about all the Jedi tricks that he's doing, like everything that is into.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave it at that in case you haven't watched the video yet.
No, I haven't seen it, I guess.
When you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's next level.
Yeah, I'm really bad at YouTube. I'm like always like a couple days behind on stuff just because I a backlog.
Yeah, I recently got to the point where I'm like, okay, there's like too many people like doing this now. Like there's too many cool people, but also I love that it's so easy to like keep your finger on the pulse with stuff, like know where things are at and like what's happening. It's so easy for like, even if you just get the alert and you're like, oh, I'm going to watch that tomorrow, but the alert told me enough of what I needed to know to preempt whatever that was too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You want to do a question? You want to see if anyone has a question for you?
I've seen some questions. We've been rolling, so I didn't want to like.
Oh, you did? Sorry, I'm so bad at it.
We can go back up. I mean, shoot, we can go back when Swami was in the chat. He's probably long gone by now, but.
Yeah, he's probably gone fishing.
Basic Trainer asked me a question. I can respond to that if you want to keep looking while I do this. Mm-hmm. Basic says, which do you recommend, starting up a brick and mortar in a location with no shops, or running out of your garage, but go up against the powerhouses like Nick and Dan and others? So, I don't recommend brick and mortar ever. I'm going to be real honest. If you just want to do cards, there's no reason to have a brick and mortar store. Sealed isn't the answer to your problems. Sealed is, and I always say, sealed is a means to an end. Like, I want the cards that are in the sealed product, and I want you to have to open those sealed product to get those cards to trade back to me so I can actually make some money. Sealed product doesn't do me any good. I don't make money off sealed products. So don't open up a brick and mortar and just have access to distribution, because paying $83, $85 for a booster box that you're going to sell for $100 doesn't make sense. That's dumb. Don't do it. There's way much more you can do with that $85. Buying just singles and flipping those are buying collections and flipping those than dealing with sealed product. If you want to open a business and you don't want to be doing it in your house, get a little office space, have a little setup where people can come in and bring their collections and sell you things if you want. And you can ship out of there and just get a little office space. And yeah, do TCG Player, do eBay, do whatever. That's going to be far and away a good place to start and grow your business. That's how me and Zach started, was buying locally and selling it on eBay and doing all that. So do that for a little bit. Make sure you like it and see where it goes. There's no reason to open up a brick and mortar store just out the rip. There's no way to do that unless you already have like $100,000 just sitting around that you want to throw away and never see back in 10 years. Like,
it's quite the investment, right? I mean,
it's especially if you're just doing cards. If you're just doing cards, there's no sense. There's no reason. You're going to be way better off just flipping on eBay.
What are you thinking? Obviously, you got the second store. You know, you've got a lot going on with Brock and Mortar yourself.
Yes.
What are you expecting with some of these new TCGs that are coming out that are going crazy on Kickstarter? And like, we got MetaZoo and what was the new one? Sorcery. Is it Sorcery? There's like
yes,
a few others popping up that like look pretty exciting. Like they look pretty fun. Do you think?
I mean, they must if they're going to be. What are they? $2.3 million, $2.7 million Sorcery's raised on Kickstarter. That's insane. That's an insane amount of money. That's a lot of money for a brand new business that hasn't put out a damn product.
Crazy.
To get a cash injection like that. That's crazy. And I think a lot of these companies are going to be so ill-informed with what to do with that money and how to actually grow their game to making it successful and making it stand long term, that they're going to piss all that away, and it's going to go and it's going to be not put in correctly. Whereas if you had grown it organically, maybe you'd make better decisions of how to sustain your business, as opposed to something like like a MetaZoo, where you throw $250,000 at a tournament that you will never see the return of. And just because you have all this money and these cash slush funds that you just received from Kickstarter and everything else, the types of businesses I'm seeing on Kickstarter, not from Sorcery. There's one that was being pushed a little bit from a guy that had no business experience, was doing it with his girlfriend, and it was just not a well thought out and organized business model, let alone like structure or environment and like hierarchy of like how to make a successful trading card game with successful interactions and balancing and that type of information. The odds of them being successful, even with whatever the amount of money and hundreds of $1,000s in Kickstarter that they got, it's not realistic. And people that are buying into these things are going to lose all their money because it's going to all go down to zero, and the business is going to fail. Like most TCGs do. We've seen even big IPs like Transformers, from Wizards of the Coast, the people that create Magic, like Transformers trading card game, right after the last big blockbuster movie came out. Should have been the height of Transformers, people being interested in Transformers. And that game still failed. From the biggest TCG creators behind Magic the Gathering. And it still failed. Yeah, what hope does one dude in his basement with his girlfriend have to creating a successful card game if Wizards of the Coast can't do it?
I was in a meeting earlier, and they said that the Fortune 500, the first year it came out in '96, that only 15% of those companies are still running.
Yeah.
And we're talking about companies that are worth like hundreds of millions and billions of dollars back in '96. 85% of them went bust. All the way from being that high and that crazy, like, you know, going down that far. Yeah. So it is not surprising at all that a very small thing like that would go bust if something that high can like not even survive, you know, and push through it. I think it's interesting for the most part. with what you're saying about Sorcery raising all that money, and MetaZoo, like, obviously has had a lot of money pumped into it from people buying their Kickstarter. And I thought I heard a ghost. In a lot of like hype around the secondary market and stuff, it seems to be like a lot of focus on money, like on the financial aspect of these, and less about like the fun of the cards and the game and the love for it and the passion. And I think initially, when base set started and Fossil and Jungle and stuff, like, I don't remember anyone talking about money, like what things were worth, or like the financial part. Like, they knew it was special, they were excited about it being special and like cool and seeming rare if you put a good card or whatever. But
Yeah.
I remember like numbers being attached to that stuff. And I think some of these newer card games, instantly people want to know what it's worth, what it's going to be worth. Like, how much it cost? Like, was it going to be cost what next week? What was it last week? Like, I don't, that like feels just a bit disappointing for me. So I was like, I guess I was curious on your end, as you know, with the card store side of stuff, of like retail value and stocking, if that was going to be something like stocking those kind of games just to like test waters on stuff. I don't know. I don't know what that would look like for you.
Yeah.
So weird.
I get this question a lot. Like this is one of my like a lot of things that people ask me about here recently is these Kickstarter games and if I would carry them. And most of the time I say absolutely not. Not at the level that they're at. Even if I like Sorcery, and I do think the art is great and it has a lot of great things going for it, but you're looking at the same guy that when Flesh and Blood came out, they sent me an introductory thing and I threw it in the garbage. Even for the success of that game, and obviously it's been growing and it is doing very healthy and doing very well from a player aspect.
Yeah.
We get so many offerings of so many TCGs, and every year there's new TCGs that come out that are from even high level distribution that they try to get us to carry, and then they get two sets and they get canceled, and then I sit on these cases of product that I don't ever sell.
Yeah.
There was a recent one that I put some stock in and bought a lot of product for called Argent Saga. That was a company that was traditionally running like a traveling tour. They'd go around to different cities and do like high level events for like Pokemon, Magic, and things. And they decided to make their own card game and do that.
Oh wow.
And it was really popular for a little while, but people that very much understood how high level play works and like how it's structured and how to build a set and how to craft a game that it's competitive and that it's interesting and keeps people's attention and it's balanced and it is not power crept into the ground to where it's a big chase of the biggest baddest next thing that's in the next set. That takes a league of people to figure out the balance and then get the secondary market correct. And they had serialized cards, so there was chase to it too, and that was really before all these other games were doing it. This was pre-pandemic. So, and ultimately COVID ended up taking them out. They ended up stopping the game, but it did have pretty good momentum there for a while. And if a business like that can fail, all these guys that with a group of friends trying to start a TCG and we're giving them millions of dollars, that's a scary place to be.
Huge investment.
Yeah. For a huge gamble on people that have, whether they say they have people from other, I worked with Magic and Magic artists and all that stuff. It's all well and great. That helps. Sure. But at the end of the day, I see these games come and die in a year's time, every year, multiple card games. If you had to put a percentage on it, if you take a 5-year span of games that start and end, I would say that they start and they end in less than 3 years. I would say like 90% of them. I mean, it's just that small. They do a little run for a couple years and then they're done.
So I know what I think is the biggest separation between Pokemon and Magic and these other startups and things that are happening.
Sure.
I'm curious, first of all, what you think, like what you think the biggest difference between the two are.
Legacy has everything to do with it. That things exist, and for these games to last and persevere through a ups and downs and peaks and valleys, and as things get further and further along, you have people come in and out of the game, in and out, in and out, in and out, and eventually all these people are going to be super hyper focused on and remember this game either from nostalgia or that they actually had fond memories playing it. And then you have the new players mixing together, and then you have this nice mesh of the new and the old players coming together and having a common interest in this TCG. These new games have to exist through lean times, even if they have a quick boom when they come out. They have to go years and years for people to keep interest, and for those people to come and leave and come back and say, "Oh, I'm going to check it out again, get back into it." And it's not that there's not games that have that and exist. Force of Will is a good example of this game, that there are still sets of that Force of Will coming out every year. I don't know anybody that plays it, but obviously there's a base of them somewhere. And if I brought in a couple boxes of Force of Will, and I've done it before, that people say, "Oh, I used to play that," I'll open up a box and see what it's like now. That's a perfect example of a game that, yeah, there's people that remember, even if it wasn't forever ago. It doesn't have to be like, I remember when I was a kid. Just like, oh, I played that when I was in college. I'll check it out again. Yeah, it's stuff like that. The legacy and people getting to being where it's like a household name definitely makes a difference. And people that, if you don't have the high competitive play and like super strong support for that kind of stuff, just you have to bank on the casuals and the nostalgia and the people wanting to pick up a pack or a box or whatever for old time's sake. So
I've seen that with Dragon Ball and
sure,
Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh. There's like a couple of others like people are circling back to. It seems like circling back to now.
Yeah.
But again, with those, and very strongly with Pokemon, is I feel like they have a brand. Like there's like so much more involved. You've got a show, and there's plushes and like branding on movies and TV, like just like all different areas and branches of the tree. There's something like MetaZoo that's trying to like create that, or like Sorcery that's trying to create that game. Like, what do they have going for them? Like, what else is there that's connecting people to that other than the cards or the money, or whatever it is that's involved in it?
Yeah, that's a good point, and that is something I brought up too. Where if you have these multiple media types that are back behind the same property, Pokemon has the best example of it, where they have video games, they have anime, they have the TCG, they have the movies that come out, they have all the plushies and everything. They have all the stuff funneling people with tons of crossover. Everybody that, people that have never touched a Pokemon card before, but have seen all the anime, they'll, like I said, they'll cross over that line in my store from the anime section to the card section and be like, "Oh, shoot, Pokemon cards, man, look at all these are great looking." They've never bought anything before, but they're going to buy some of that today just because they happen to see that. And again, the crossover of being familiar with something like that, yes, definitely plays a big part in it.
I wish I could buy a base set box for nostalgia.
I mean, right? Yeah.
Oh god, that'd be cool. Yeah, it's a different world in that sense. You did get a question. Why do you think Pokemon Center announced stopping celebrations?
Oh, Ancient Mew. Hi, Ancient Mew. Yeah, it was interesting. Pokemon's never made an announcement like that before. They never said, "Hey, last chance to buy this before it goes away forever. Never. Pokemon has never said that ever. So it's very weird. It's a very weird thing. I think they did that to put in like a safety net kind of for people so that people are always like, oh, I'm going to wait till it goes down in price. I'll wait till it goes down in price. It'll go back down, whatever. I don't know if Celebrations is ever going to get cheaper than what it is right now. Like, I don't know. Like, probably not. I would venture to say it's probably not going to go down in price. So I think that was Pokemon like signaling to them, hey, if you want to buy some Celebrations and you want to do it reasonably, hey, you better get it right now because this is probably going to be as cheap as it's ever going to be. And I think that was like the nicest way of saying that without directly saying, hey, secondary market's about to shoot up on this stuff. So get in while you can.
I think you're right. I think it was like alluding to that. Yeah, I'd agree. I didn't really have an answer for it. I don't think I felt really confident on why they did that. Honestly, I don't think I really had an opinion. If I remember getting the email and thinking like,
yeah, I mean, we all got the same email. Like, this is different. This is new.
Yeah, it was I wasn't really sure how to feel about it. It was a little bit odd.
I remember seeing it at the time and being like, oh, either they realize something's is up and maybe that supply or something got damaged. I don't know.
I'll tell you what I did.
Oh, what?
I went straight to Pokemon Center and see what they still had in stock.
And guess what? They didn't have hardly anything, did they?
Nothing.
Yeah, so it wasn't like to their benefit to have people, because they didn't have anything listed. It's not like they were trying to drum up sales. I doubt that would be the issue. They're not trying to get money out of people.
I think that's what confused me and why I wasn't really sure on why they did it, because they didn't have a whole array of stuff that they were trying to shift. It didn't look that way.
Yeah, when I read that, that's how I took it as. It's just like, oh, they don't have any more. They don't. It's got to be out of. This is it.
I'm kind of glad.
Are you?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, because like, I feel like it's a really special set. It was really fun to open. Like, and I want it to be special. I don't want it.
Oh, sorry. Oh. I got that right there.
I see you, baby. I got on this side. That's the PC one. I think that's the regular one. I don't know, one of them. And then that's all celebrations, all that stuff at the end. Yeah, it's fun. Like I opened I think I ordered one of everything. Basically, I just wanted to open it all and see, and I pulled most of the cards that I wanted.
6 months. That set had a 6-month window. It's kind of crazy. When you think about that, that's kind of crazy. That's not very long.
So I remember when it first came out, and I remember people saying this is going to be printed like Evolutions, and you're going to see it in everything. They're going to be adding packs to everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if any pack, any box isn't a Celebrations themed product that came out with Celebrations that they've later added celebration packs into. Like they're not adding it in Pokeball tins or
Yeah. I mean, it's a different form factor, so it'd be hard to do. They only have 4 cards a pack, so it's not like a traditional.
It doesn't make sense, right, for them to do that kind of stuff with it. So I kind of feel like maybe that is it. I don't know. Did they have a big back pile stuck in the back? If they did, why would they just say that this is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a layer of mystery around it. But then I'm like, is there a layer of mystery, or is that just it? Have we got what we've got now?
Tinfoil hats, a bunch of conspiracy theories going on.
I'm guessing it's not on your buy list. Some of the stuff.
I could have gotten the V Union boxes, the Pikachu V. That's a big jumbo cards, or not jumbo, but the 4 collage of Pikachu's. That's probably like the last product I was able to get in order. But I think even that's gone now. And I have a bunch of those left. Those and the lunchbox tins was one of the last things we got too from distribution.
I think lunchboxes just came out in a complete. I just opened one yesterday. I got so many empty boxes down here. Yeah, they're fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I also think, which I had a bit of, there was like quite a lot of kickback that I wasn't expecting. I was in PK's chat the other day, and I was talking about people not opening not celebrations, Pokemon Center ETBs, like their own version ETBs, because I don't think they're going to get opened as much, because people think that they're a bit special because they're a Pokemon Center ETB. They're more likely to hold on to it and keep it sealed as opposed to a regular ETB.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I thought so. Everybody said I was crazy. Everyone lost their mind and was like, "No, we're talking about like people are going to open them. Like that's not a thing." And I was like,
"Well, I definitely think, that's. But if you had to guess, if they make more regular ETBs or Pokemon Center ETBs, which one do they make more of?"
It's got to be regular. Like,
right.
There's no doubt, right?
So I would say that they are probably meant to be collector pieces as opposed to the regular ETBs.
I feel like that. I feel like it's for the sealed collector. I don't know if that many people that buy, even when buying them on the secondary market, I don't know how many are going to open them up. I know, and then you got tertiary or whatever, but like that's the only type of ETB that I haven't opened up myself. So if I'm not opening them up because I want to keep them preserved as good Pokemon Center ones, someone else out there must be feeling that way. Like I can't be the only one. I've got some crazy bug. Florida, man.
I tell you, you need like a mosquito net or something down there.
Seriously, mosquitoes are crazy. It wasn't a ghost, by the way. I can hear it. I've got an owl outside my window. Like, hoo-hoo. It's going like crazy outside my.
He's probably eating all the mosquitoes. He's probably like, damn, eating good over here.
Well, feast. You should see the dragonflies eat mosquitoes here, and they're like this. They're like bigger than the sparrows. They're like huge. The biggest dragonflies I've ever seen in my life, just because there's so much for them to eat.
So, what made you want to move to Jurassic Park?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
It was like.
It was not your choice?
It was. Well, technically, I came to America traveling 10 years ago, and on my 3rd month, I was at a restaurant at the beach in Florida. Excuse me, and I got took to a girl, and 6 months later I was married, and it's our 9-year anniversary next week. So
it worked out.
Very exciting. Longest vacation I've ever had. I'm still here. They haven't kicked me out of the country yet, so that's good.
No, I mean, getting married for that green card was a good move. That's a good idea. Good for you.
But yeah, so sometimes when we meet people that like other couples that don't know us, they'll ask how we met, and I'll say, "Oh yeah, I bought her on AmericanBride.com." Like real, like deadpan, and like people like can't process it. They don't even know like a question to ask. They don't even know like how, like where to go from that like response. So it's always like gets real awkward, and I'm like, no, I'm like kidding. Like we're met. I have to always like clarify it a little bit, but it's funny. I like joking about that stuff. I have obviously I work. I told you I've got a job. I work for an American company. And sometimes I'm in meetings with people in other departments that I haven't met yet, and I'll tell them that I'm from the like the London office, and we don't have a London office because I'm English. They get like all confused, and they're like, wait, what? I'm talking to an English guy at work. Is from the London office.
Right. Yeah, that's funny.
It is funny. We need a London Cardinal Gaming. That's what we should do.
Yeah, I mean, I hear product over there is very hard to get, so
Oh yeah,
probably wouldn't be a good idea.
yeah. It's I mean, here's the other thing which people like have a hard time grasping the concept of is England is smaller than Florida.
Yeah,
Like, England's
definitely.
a very small country, like
Yeah.
very small. There isn't that many people there. There really isn't. So that's interesting too, in terms of trying to market over there, because people talk about Europe and like expanding over there and stuff like that, but Pokemon's done it because they have such a wide reach, I guess. They have so many different things going on that appeals to so many different people and so many different languages. But for the average business, I think it'd be pretty difficult to kick an English market, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's like saying you want to expand into Florida, but it's thousands of miles away and it's an island.
Yeah, it's just like so far removed from what
It's
it
like,
is. Like,
it's like, oh, okay.
I mean, people do it, I'm sure, but I don't know the success rate of that stuff. So, see if we've got any questions before we wrap up.
Yeah, let's see what else we got. There was Ancient Muse question, so we'll see.
I did see someone earlier was asking about the most nostalgic card. Who was it?
The most nostalgic card.
Shinotic said, "What's your most nostalgic card?"
Like the most nostalgic card ever, or for like me personally? Do you think he means?
I think for you. I'll go after.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for
I can go first if you want. Quite honestly, I think Ancient Mew for a lot of people is pretty nostalgic. Like, it's not the biggest, craziest card, but like, that's the card you got at the movies. Like, there was just like, it's just, and it just felt so different and unique. And even to this day, there's not been anything anywhere close to what that card is. Nothing even remotely close to it.
Yeah, so it's very unique card, and yeah, like you said, it was given away for free with the movie. We all went and saw the first movie. Yeah, that's probably the answer. That's the answer. Because every collection I buy has an Ancient Mew in it. Absolutely. If they have anything of older stuff, there's an Ancient Mew in that set. There's Ancient Mew and there's the Entei Reverse Hollow promo.
Right. Yep. The first, yeah.
Both of those. Both of those are in there.
In the cell.
Yes, people want them. People definitely. We sell a lot. I think Ancient Mew is up there, top 5 cards that I've sold on our website is an Ancient Mew.
I believe it. I really do. Yeah, it's funny. Stamped Dragonite. Nick says the Stamped Dragonite.
Sure. Yeah. Because that was the
cute one too.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I mean, that's good. Ancient Mew is a good investment vessel if you want to buy and flip those. They're definitely like a must-have at all times is Ancient Mews because people will buy them no matter what.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's such a cool one. I love that. I love that Basic said fossil mug. Is that the one where he's coming out of the drain? Like he's coming out of the.
Oh, I think that's the Grimer from the Team Rockets or the Gym Hero set. But yeah, Fossil Muck is I just remember seeing so many Fossil Mucks because he's like the most common hollow. So yeah, he's
Oh, the high 5 one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember now. I was thinking about him climbing out of the sewer pipe.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that like I think of more than Ancient Mew being like nostalgic. And like other than Charizard, because obviously Charizard is like
base Pika. Base Pika is a big one. The only one I have on display in a slab.
Yep. Yeah, Ancient Mew's probably the answer. It has to be.
Okay.
I'll agree with you.
Okay. I'm glad we hit that level. Fossils Zapdos. Yeah, that was a good one. I wonder. Red Cheeks. All right, now we're getting fancy. What would you change about the current hobby for the better? I'll let you go first on that one.
Oh God, where did you pull that question out of? Jeez. Is that one you had, or is that one you saw in the chat?
Basic just posted it.
Oh, okay.
Mine might be running faster than yours because it's connected to the stream.
Oh, yeah, probably. What I change about the current hobby for the better, man. I got one. Yeah. Particularly with modern, because you know, I just deal so much with modern, so obviously that's where I'm going to have my opinions most. Sorry if for you old school people in the chat, but this, you know, I would love for them to get away from the Japanese and the English sets being so different. I would love for them to be together all at the same time and to have the same flavor and the same makeup of products, you know, internationally than they do in Japan. It's just it's a huge detriment for players. It's a huge detriment for collectors. The hype gets ruined. You know, there's no surprise when you open up English sets anymore because you've seen the cards 2 months ago and you know what's going to be in there. That's probably like the big thing is for modern. I'd really love for them to get together and make it all a uniform release for sets. Now, of course, you'd have the American printers leaking all the crap before everybody else, which, oh well, that is what it is. But yeah, I don't think Japan even trusts us with that information. They probably don't even trust us.
Yeah, I mean that might be part of it.
Maybe,
it may be that they want to remove themselves, you know, segregate themselves away from whatever the word would be, you know, from the American market, just because they want to do their own thing and they want America to do their own thing. But for me, I think I completely agree with that. I'm also not a fan of the size of sets.
Yeah.
At the moment, like I don't love like how big the sets are and how many cards there is to collect. I kind of do. I do like it in terms of the diversity and the variation in artwork and everything that's going on. But in the collecting side of stuff, when I'm trying to think of collecting a binder, that's like crazy.
Yeah, I mean the video you put out
Hundreds.
kind of told the story of that with all the reverses and the biggest sets. Yeah, it's in a game or in a TCG where you're supposed to collect them all. That's the whole name of the game. Got to catch them all. Can't. It's too many, and that's unfortunate. It'd be very hard to do without breaking the sets up to be able to maintain the balance that they have with that. To have the type of chase and the rarities and the things be accurate with a smaller set is very hard to do. You think of like the commonality of the rarest celebrations card versus the rarest, you know, brilliant stars card. For a standard set, it'd be so much more difficult to have a balance and like a pricing difference, or at least even like just a chase.
Yeah,
it'd be hard,
especially with the volume that they're actually printing and you know is going
exactly
through. Yeah, that does make sense. I do wonder. I have contemplated before whether like the quarterly, obviously for the main sets, but like the quarterly release cycle works. I guess you would have more input on that, but I do sometimes wonder if maybe 2 months or 4 months, or like if they were to change that, what impact that would have. You know, maybe even monthly, like like a smaller set monthly. I don't know how much is too much. I don't know how little is too little. Like it's got to be such a hard balance keeping the interest in, but also being able to feed that interest. Like
Yeah.
that can't be easy on the business side of stuff, Pokemon to decide on.
Well, you look at like the big boy with Magic, and you look at them, and you're like, okay, they do quarterly releases, and they have like a yearly specialty or what they call a core set, which is basically like a reprint set.
Right.
And that's kind of what Pokemon has did and is doing. They have a quarterly base, standard set, and they have the specialty set in the holiday area of season. So they seem to very much be following what Magic is doing, but obviously Japan doesn't do that. Japan gets all kinds of crazy products that we don't get. So they have a path if they wanted to change it because they already do it in Japan. But yeah, you're right. Logistically, does it make sense to release smaller sets when you have to move all this product across the world? It's much easier to control that and do that timely if you do it quarterly versus like it would have to be like every 6 weeks or 8 weeks if they did it the same as Japan. Obviously, moving things around Japan is a lot easier than moving things around the world, especially right now.
Sense.
Especially right now, logistically, it'd be terrible. It'd be very, very hard to do that.
Swam is saying, talking about Japanese, I was just showing the Battle Region box that I got. I'm getting ready to open. I'm excited for that. It definitely is fun. Mason, where do you find ancient muse on the website? It's right.
I probably don't have any. I like check and let me see. I probably don't have any. Yeah, if you search them out, they should probably pop up if we had any. I don't think we do.
Too much love. I think I've got one. If you want one, we'll be one. We could probably figure that out. $1 million.
$1 million. Nope, sold out of them.
There you go. There's some cold hard data on how in demand they are.
I can even go into my back end and see how many I've sold in the last 90 days. Let me see.
I would love to see that. Data is my jam.
Ancient Muse. I have sold 13.
In just 3 months.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah.
13 and 2 sealed.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
It's a good seller for sure.
He says he has a big crease on his. That's fun. All right, guys, I'm crashing. It's been a long day. Let's do a couple of questions before. Shoot Mason a question.
Sure. Yeah.
Ask him something that I haven't asked. You guys are the pros on this.
You guys are the pros.
Thank you so much for doing this, Mason. This was fun. Just getting to talk to you and just spending the evening with you. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is my ideal Friday night. What do you mean? This is what I'd be doing anyways. If not on the video, I'd be in the chat hanging out too. So
exactly the same.
So this is my idea of fun. So
we're just in the chat with our faces, I guess. That's what it is. Using our voices instead of our keys.
Obi says, when are we gonna get an Arcanine V? Man, Arcanine didn't get a GX. Arcanine didn't get a I think he did an uppercase EX. It's been a while. They don't make very many Arcanine cards of ultra rarities. Which sucks. I'm hoping with the new Hisuian form that we're gonna get a V of some kind. That'd be nice. They do have one that's out in the next sets of just regular hollow, but no V that I've seen so far. So
yeah, it's interesting that like I haven't seen much just in general, like many cards themed around like fire, like the past like few years. Like
yeah, I mean Charizard takes it.
Charizard takes it. Like not like I know people have touched on like set identities almost, there's been like, psychic and now, got the Vsauce thing going on. There's like a few different things going on, but I haven't seen much revolving around Arcanine like getting established within a set, like feeling that set identity with one.
Yeah. Darkness Ablaze. It's obviously dark type and fire, so
Yeah.
that's the last set that really had fire themed, and yeah, it was a Charizard. So it's been a while.
Yeah.
Basic. If I wanted to tap out of the hobby and sell everything, are you able to beat Nick 95% market offer? Are you able to beat Nick's? Nick is going to buy it from me for 95% of the market? Jeez, that sounds pretty good. Nick, call me.
Call me. I got a bunch of crap I'll shift if that's the case.
Yeah, 95% of market. Yeah, that'd be I wouldn't, but
Basic's teasing. He's not getting out. He's buying.
No. Yes.
He's teasing us right now. Little tinker. Nick said not going to happen. He said it'll just pay 90 to 92%. So.
Okay. No, yeah, you got to set up those eBay fees. I understand. You got to pay those. Makes sense.
I'm curious how it's going to look with the vault when eBay runs the vault out. I've touched it in a live stream saying that was going to happen, and then boom, it happened this week. Like I think we all saw it come in. How that's going to look.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm interested in the live stream, like Whatnot ripoff kind of thing. That could be cool.
Very, yeah. I'm not sure on how big that's going to be. I feel like that could be huge.
Yeah.
Like really huge. Worldwide. Like I could envision people from other countries even.
Yeah, that'd be like very, very weird. That'd be, I mean, imagine Whatnot, but it looked like millions of buyers. That'd be insane. It would be a logistical nightmare. How do you run bandwidth for that? Like, how do you have the chat and the bidding keep up with that in a live format? That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't picture it. I can't even fathom it, honestly. It's crazy.
You have hundreds, 100,000 people live auctioning at the same time, trying to keep bids straight. I mean, it'd be very lucrative, but yeah, that'd be wild.
Yeah, I'm sure there'd be a lot of interest, but yeah, the management of it would be tricky. Swami said he wants to hear the radio ad.
Oh, I do have it. I do have it. I did it. I put a thing on Instagram of a bit of it, but I do have the whole thing I can put up on the YouTube. I can't.
Do a video about marketing.
Yeah, I mean,
you could
again,
do,
I didn't used to have time.
Yeah,
I didn't used to have time, but now I have time to do all that.
Make it, yeah. You could show your signs. You could show the radio ad. You could show events, and there's a million different things. I'm sure.
Look, I'm not very good at this, so yeah, you got to help me come up with how to do this right.
Yeah,
I'm new to YouTube too. I'm not like really savvy either. I got some ways to go too. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Trust me, I'm right there with you. You're definitely way further ahead than I. So feel
did Swami just call my robe cheap? What? Do you mind? This was a great Christmas gift. This is one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever got. Was this robe? Thank you.
Swami, that's sad.
My wife would be so upset.
We should auction it.
I thought about bringing my lab coat home. You could have your lab coat. We could have been Professor Bros together.
Next time.
Next time. All right.
I have it hung up ready. I will grab it.
Where's it at? You don't have it hung up on your wall?
I have it on a coat hanger in one of the closets.
You should put it on your wall. That's branding right there. You need it right there above your chair in the middle.
I'll do it.
That's what you need. Then you're Professor Oak for real.
I'll do it. That's a good idea. We're talking about branding. This is the new branding.
I am pretty proud of that one. I am happy with that.
This is where my branding's at now.
My one of my employees' brother drew that for me or mocked that for me. Yeah.
That's pro status.
I know. He did a great job. Looks very good.
That's fantastic. I love it. It's your expensive robe when you have the cheaper tone. These guys, they're too fun.
Look. Are you going to Denver? What's up? Have you made a decision?
I'm not gonna go. It's not gonna work.
Oh my
it's not gonna happen.
goodness.
It sucks. I hate the feeling. It's not gonna happen. How cool would it be though?
It's gonna be cool without you though. That's the thing. It's gonna be cool, but you're just not gonna be there, apparently.
It would be cool. Are you guys gonna like do any live stuff there, do you think? Like go live on YouTube or Instagram or whatever these kids do nowadays?
If I go out there, yeah, I'm gonna film some stuff. Absolutely.
At least record some of it, yeah.
Yes.
I'm fascinated.
I'm gonna strap a GoPro on. I'm gonna walk around. Yeah, absolutely.
Love it.
100%.
Obi-Wan Kenobi wants the hot dog shipped to California. Yes, we absolutely ship to California. CardinalGaming.com.
We do. Thank you. Funny you should say that, Philippe. I actually have that on a stamp. I was going to sell those and a Fusion Strike pack for $7. I was going to do that.
I love it.
I can make it happen. I can.
And Nick's going too.
Of course, Nick. Look, everybody's going except you.
Nick's got like 7 tables of amazing stuff, I'm sure.
I'm going to hand a stack of cards off to Nick, and he's going to sell them for me. Well, I get to walk around.
Why not?
That's just in-person consignment at that point.
Hey, that's the thing. I said to Dan, I was talking to Dan, I'm like, why isn't Nick doing consignments on Whatnot? Like, I feel like they'll be real quick to shift stuff.
I mean, did you watch my video about Whatnot?
Yeah.
It needs to, the herd needs to be thinned a little bit on Whatnot, I think. There's a lot of sellers, and
I don't think I've been on it for like a year. I don't think I've been on it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing from your video when you're talking about like how many people are on there and like how crazy it is right now, like I'm guessing it's grown a lot since I was last on there.
Yeah, right now they have a $200 bonus if you recruit a seller and they hold the first live. You as a person gets $200 to use.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they're really pushing for sellers right now.
It feels a little bit like pyramid schemey.
Oh, don't you know?
Like,
if somebody, as a seller, I have an affiliate link where they give me $15 if somebody buys something and gets to Whatnot and creates an account from my link. So I can then go on somebody else's live stream and bid using that credit to bid up auctions.
No.
Yes. So that's how all these big YouTubers recruit all these people. They get all this credit built up, and then they go on other live streams and start bidding up auctions to buy things with this fake money that Whatnot gave them. It's just another way that Whatnot is pumping these numbers up.
No, I did not catch that.
Oh,
did you talk on that in your video?
No, I just thought everybody knew it was a thing.
No, I didn't think about that. That's crazy.
Okay. I need to revisit. I need to revisit Whatnot then, because That I thought everybody just knew that. That's a big thing.
Nuts.
They give you $15 to use on the platform for every person that goes on there and then buys something. Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's hard for anything to be organic when there's a structure like that in place. Like,
correct. So this big streamer or this big YouTuber that got all these credits will go on another big YouTuber's thing and start bidding it up and like, oh hey, what's your name? Wow, look guys, look who's buying my items. And then that creates a frenzy of all the other people bidding against this guy. Yes. And it's all using the house's money. Oh.
Mason the card. The camera went again. Yeah, that is insane. I honestly can't even believe that.
Sorry, I was getting worked up. So yeah,
no, you're good. That's
yes,
insane.
That is a thing. That is a thing that happens. Yes.
Wow.
I just thought everybody knew. I didn't know it wasn't a known thing.
Yeah, no, I didn't know about the referral thing, and I think even if I knew about it, I still wouldn't have pictured it being used that way. Like the way that you could like misuse it.
So now imagine again a seller recruiting other sellers, building up all this $200 credits for all these people that do lives, and then again using the Whatnot's money to go up and pump these people that they already recruited to the platform. Yes. Yes.
That is so crazy.
$15 is one thing. $200 per seller? That's crazy.
Yeah, like, I mean the volume that must be happening too. Like you say, like 15, 20 bucks, whatever. But yeah, when you add in that kind of number up, people are gonna misuse it. They're gonna take advantage. Like there's got to be a considerable amount of that kind of stuff going on.
So you have these YouTubers with 100,000 subscribers go on and say, "Oh, hey, I'm going on live on Whatnot. Yada and yada. Use the link in the description to go and join, and you get the buyer gets $15 and the seller gets $15." Yeah,
not bad, Craig. Yeah, well, I'd be curious where that money's coming from. I know obviously they've charged fees and stuff.
Yeah,
but like that can't be good. Can't be good for their bottom line, surely.
I mean, I guess it's doing okay if they're doing this. Yeah. Next big $200 thing. That's crazy. Oh yeah, that's Whatnot. See, it's that type of stuff that make Whatnot feel. It doesn't feel all the way legit, you know?
Yeah, it's like salesy. When I mean, I ended up just logging out. It was quite a while ago. I did a few different auctions on there, and they went crazy high. And I was like, yeah, this feels just like someone's trying to sell me something that I don't want. Like I'm not shopping for that thing, but they're trying to sell me that thing.
Right.
You know, almost like a HSN kind of thing, I guess. like, oh, it's like cool. Like you see it and you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, I'd like that. But in reality, like, you don't need that. Like, you don't want that thing.
Right. It's very like kind of like a home shopping network kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where you're just sitting there, you're bored, and you're just like, oh well, I'm gonna bid on this because I have nothing else to do. Yeah.
I liked the like I really respected your honesty in terms of what you were saying with getting out of it, like shifting away from it, because you like kind of saw the light. Almost it seemed like you saw like a different perspective on it than what you first imagined. Like there's a lot to be said about that, like being honest and like opening up about that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it has its good uses, especially for a store like me. I can move a ton of product on there.
Yeah.
And it'd be very, very easy, 30-second auctions for $1. Wherever it ends up, I'm moving product very, very quickly.
High volume day, I'm sure, if you spent a whole day on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I was in the peak of my Whatnot, I was doing 3-hour streams and I was making $2,500, in the 3 hours. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. But, you start running low on high-end stuff and, it doesn't quite get to be as good, and you kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel for a little while, and then again, the seller market is ballooning out, where
Yeah.
I used to have 50 people, 30 to 50 people watching. I'm getting like 15 to 25, and then that kind of gets to be where it's not. You got to really be like 30 plus to have like a real competitive buyer pool. So once you get lower than that, kind of gets kind of where it's can be, you can get burned if there's not
Yeah,
anybody interested in it.
that's interesting because I remember when I was first on it, I think the first one where I was bidding was is it Hidden Fates, the Charizard 10.
Yeah.
That Charizard 10 just there. That was actually from it, and I was bidding on it. I think there was 7 people in the live stream,
Mhm.
and I remember thinking like, God, there's 7 active people like bidding on this, right? Like looking at this right now. But like you're saying, like there's 30 something. I'm guessing that they probably weren't all bidding. Like,
Well, yeah, but so when you have a really low number, that's in your favor as a buyer, because
right.
I'm one of 7 dudes. Like, this can only go up so high until people give up. It got to the point in my streams though where people were just like, "Hey guys, I really want this card. Don't bid on it." Buyers were saying that. I'm like, "What the hell?" Like, I'm trying to get as much as I can here. You're telling people not to bid. Why would you? That's
like in the chat.
Yes. So
what the heck?
People would be like, "Okay, I have this one. You guys can get the next one or whatever." Yes, things like that were happening. Yes. So then it's like, okay,
hi, I'm here. Like, I can't see what you're saying.
I gotta go. So yeah, that was like the last little nail in the coffin for that. Then I had to stop.
That's
where
not
it
cool.
got to be where I was losing money. Like I was selling cards for below 50% of their value, because
Wow.
it was just like, all right, guys, I want this one. Now it's your turn.
Wow. Yeah, that is like, that's a whole different.
So yeah, when you go on Whatnot,
Wow.
definitely own the smaller sellers, because you can definitely get deals.
Yeah, providing the selling stuff. I did see what I thought was interesting. I remember them doing like the buy this or bid on this up to a certain amount, and then you could get a raffle for this and like spin the wheel. And there was like a lot of that kind of stuff, and couldn't see anyone like win anything. Like the whole time I was like watching it, I thought that was interesting. But I get like the entertainment with it. Just like people go to the movies, or people go to circus, or people go to casino, that kind of stuff. Like just a bit of fun, I guess. Like $20 here, $20 there, whatever.
Sure. And I would do I did Brilliant Stars on there when I opened Brilliant, when it first came out.
That's fun.
And that was that was pretty good to be able to do pack openings on there. And I would do a thing if it got to a certain point, if it got to like $20 or whatever, I would replace all the non-hollows with something out of my, like my bulk box of like ultra rares. Wow. So I would throw stuff in there to replace all the stuff. So it's kind of like a little buffer. Oh, I did it again.
Like a supplemental. Hey, you didn't quite get what you were hoping for, but I'm going to help you out, kind of thing.
Yeah. So that was like a nice, and it's something different, and there's incentive there that way for people to actually buy on Whatnot that way. So I tried to bake in at least value for them buying into the live.
Yeah.
Versus just, I'm opening your packs for you.
Yeah, which at that point, like, where is the extra value? Paying that extra money. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, Whatnot has its uses. On the whole, it's a good platform. It's a good idea. It's very nice from a seller's point to be able to move through stuff very, very quickly. But yeah, you just get to a point where, if there's 100 streams going and there's only 10 people in each one of those streams, nobody's making money at that point because there's no competitiveness to it.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3, I think, when I last went on. So it's obviously got a heck of a lot bigger. But I could see excitement from people and like the kind of things that were happening. So I'm not surprised that it's done so well.
Yeah. And that's why you see so many people with gimmicks or like do those weird raffles and stuff like that, just to kind of stand out to get more people in there,
Yeah.
giveaways and stuff like that. So the giveaways are just to build that count up. Really, it doesn't encourage people to buy at all. It's just to inflate your numbers so that you get higher up on the scale for the when you go on the app, you see like the first like top like the most viewed rooms basically.
Yeah.
If you get in those, you get more than likely the people are going to click on you, so you get more people in there that actually are going to buy. So it's a game like that too. But
what would you change if you were on the app? What do you think you would change on it?
What I do to make it better?
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I mentioned this, I think, in maybe it was DeGreen Shiz, but or maybe it was somebody else. They just have just like everything lumped together, like all of the slab sellers, the pack rippers, the people just selling singles are all in the same category together. If we separate those out, so that pack rippers are in their own section, people are selling slabs are in their own section, and people are selling raw cards are in their own section. You get to funnel people more efficiently into these areas so that like I'll have people that come into my stream. I've sold slabs on there one time. And it was terrible. Do not recommend because you lose your ass guaranteed. But people come into my stream that I only did it once, but weeks later they'd be like, "Hey, are you selling slabs? Or are you going to do slabs later?" Or I'm like, "No, I don't do slabs. I don't do that." So yeah, just narrowing them down and make them more streamlined to what people are actually wanting to buy would be what I would do to make it make more sense.
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it makes complete sense. There's definitely different types of collectors and buyers and investors, and there's people that just buy sealed, there's people that just buy looking for raw or slabs or whatever, like you say, and that's what they want to look at that day, or that's the mood that they're in.
Basic said to get rid of the shirtless dudes on there. Yeah.
Shirtless.
Yeah, there's a bunch of bros on there that sells packs and or you'll walk in. There's other things about Whatnot that sucks too. You can only do it on your phone. You can't do it from a camera of any kind. So every time, it's always like low quality. You have a bunch of stupid lights and strobes going on. Like I don't have the setup to have like my phone on my desk, but I have an overhead cam that would be perfect for selling on. But I can't do that because Whatnot is only on mobile. I can't sell on a desktop. I have to only do it on a mobile, which is goofy. Does make sense.
Yeah, you would think they would want more effort, like better quality and like more.
I mean, maybe that's part of the appeal is anybody can sell Whatnot. It's all you need is your phone. I mean,
I guess
sure,
so.
but
yeah, anybody.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I would like to use my thousands of dollars of equipment that I bought to do openings and things with. But okay, that's fine.
Do it real. Maybe one day, maybe they'll make some changes and you can loop back in when it is a bit more realistic.
Okay. I feel like we really ran the table on this. We talked about CGC, we talked about PSA, we talked about Whatnot.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah. What else? Anything else?
I don't think so. I didn't think. Well, I never. I'm always like thinking, oh, we'll just go for an hour or so. I could always think that, but then it always goes so long. I always have so much to talk about, and the people. You've been a prime example of like someone that I've just really talking with. In all honesty, like I could do this till 5 a.m. So we probably should cut it before I get too carried away. But I've really no basic. He said Metazo. We don't want to dive into that, but
if we have not talked about Metazo, it's true.
I don't love Metazo.
I don't love Metazo either. Does that count? Are we done?
You're done.
Okay. There you go.
That was quite an entrance from Kitty Cat then.
Oh, I know. I got 4 of them, so they're everywhere. Oh, there's another one.
It was a bit of a Audrey Hepburn walk in then. Very, very slinky. Yeah, I'm not a huge Matazu fan. I got to be honest with you. I don't own any. So if that says anything, I guess that's part of it. But yeah, thank you. I've really enjoyed that. It was a good chat. I'm glad we got to have you on and get to know you a little bit better and talk about random things and just hang out on a Friday night. That's the goal, part of the community that, I'm trying to create, just cool people just chatting and enjoying it.
Yes. Hopefully just the first of many.
Hopefully. I'll drink to that. Ding. I don't have much left. I'm getting low.
Yeah, well, I'm out of ice, so not iced tea anymore. It's just tea. Thank you, Oak. Appreciate you. That's it. That's all I got. What do you got?
Let's do it. Let's wrap.
Thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks
Good
for spending
night.
your Friday with us.
Yeah, it was awesome. I know it's late. All right.
Bye guys. See ya.
Hey, let's finish on a good note.
Oh, yeah.
One more flash.
One more. Get yours, cardinalgaming.com.
Well, you can.
Yeah, like I said, that they're limited to 25 that we got, so that's it.
Numbered. I'm number 1 of 25.
I could have numbered it. I could have.
Should have. With a signature.
That'd have been a Mezu move for sure.
Next time, stonks. See
All right.
you, Mason.